Hello. Yes, I do have a dolphin. It's I think it's like a tier 3 emote. Anyways, hello. Welcome. Ooh. I actually remember to unmute stuff this time. What do we got here? Hello. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. This evening. Good evening. Let me swap to good music here. Anyways, hello. Happy Friday. Hope you don't have to work the weekend. Or if you do, that is short. But we're gonna continue some more work on this thinger. If anybody has is here because of the stream yesterday, do know that I do work on pony stuff and Ratlow stuff. So just a heads up. Did Mike ditch you? He's not home yet, actually. I don't know why. He's probably really angry. He's like just derp stuff. But no. What was it? Actually for coffee. Yeah, I'm not having coffee now. Anyways, regarding the stream yesterday, I did figure out what the problem was yesterday. It was the problem I thought it was, where it was SFM barely eats any CPU, and so normally when I was streaming, it didn't really have any effect, and even when we were playing Halo before, it didn't have an effect. But Monster Hunter does have an effect, so it's It was an overload on the CPU, but I swapped over from the codec to using the hardware But since I don't have an RTX, it's not that efficient. So I'm seeing how this works. So right now I am streaming using the hardware from my graphics card instead of my CPU. So you'll have to let me know if there's any issues or it looks different. But it should... I mean, right now my CPU is running at 8% instead of 40. So it is better on that regard. But I am working to fix that. I ordered half the stuff today and I'm picking up the other half tomorrow for building the server PC that I wanted for storage, and it's going to have streaming capability on top of that, and so I can offload it. Perfect. So anyways, so we're hoping to redo that stream next Wednesday, because I should have everything Monday, and then it's going to be like haul ass and hope it all works. So we'll see. Anyway, for now though, we're going to work on Nice. Yeah, Michael's... Well, no, Michael now is unsure. Now, like, I put this is like candy for him, so he knows it's there. Oh, Elias. Two other side notes too, though. I am planning to change some of the audio we're listening to. I'm considering changing it to some stuff that isn't copyrighted, and so I'm looking. I have some options already. It wouldn't be epic music, but it would probably be like, I'm thinking either a mix of 80s synth and electronic, and then finding some good stuff to mix in. So hopefully more on that later. Thanks for the follow, Halo. And I'm also considering, or I'll probably be changing the emotes, the subscriber emotes, soon too. I want to keep with the coffee theme, and so I'm going to see if I can get commissioned some emotes of coffee mugs with faces that actually have reaction type stuff. Hello, Keithran. Because I think right now we have 3. Yeah, there's 3 at the tier 1, and we're pretty close to unlocking another one. So if we do, then I just want to have some available. So I'm gonna potentially do that. Coffee emotes. Yeah, because we have the one here. I'll show you the one. We have that one. There's probably a lag with that, but we have the coffee, but it's just a coffee mug spilling. I want to actually see if I want to get somebody to make a coffee mug that has a face and in like more custom, so they actually could be used as a reaction. So I think right now Twilight's like I want to clean up some of the wings and stuff, but I think that she's good. So what do I want to do with the others? I feel like she could be closer, but to do that I would have to move everything close. Oh no, if she's closer she'd be bigger and then she'd be in the way. Alright, so I probably want to do the front people first, because they're going to be blocking things. So, let's see here. Let's do probably Applejack. Nice thing with Applejack is that I just realized she's got apples on her feet. Jesus Christ. We need to do... Heard of Lindsay Sterling? Oh yeah, I've heard of Lindsay Sterling. It's whether or not a change in music it's for if it is Creative Commons, or where it's free to use. Because I have risks where if I'm doing highlights and enough of a highlight it pulls audio from a specific source, it will then copyright for that audio, and there's other complications with it. So I'm trying to get away from using that. So right now I'm fine with it. There's a guy I've been watching a lot on YouTube that there's a website. Well, Twitch is going to be adding Twitch. What is that thing called? Twitch something. I can't remember what it's called. There's like Twitch is adding a new feature, but then there's also a website called Streambeats that has tons and tons of music, hundreds of songs, and they're all copyright free. So, and actually, I was just listening to it the other day. Stuff is really good. Like I was enjoying the synth quite a bit. I love it. I'm a sucker for 80s synth though. But it's only stuck on lo-fi, electronic, hip hop, and synth for that. But the synth is fine with me. That's all I really need. Oh, I think that's just confirmation of... Oh, it's different confirmation. I had confirmation earlier of Sir PC participants, so we can do that stream set. So I probably want to have her... I don't want to have everybody just like with their chests out. So... And I could put her with a rope. I'll fix the tail later. So... I'm just gonna start moving her around and see what happens. See. Oh yeah, Michael just got home. You can hear the garage door. Can you hear it? Yeah, you can kind of hear the garage door. I can do like a looking to pounce type thing. I think that'll work. Let's just do that. So I'm gonna back her up a bit. Because I have to have, like, her wings are probably going to need to be... I might have to put them down. Gonna have to put you down, Twilight, I'm sorry. I think it looks better up, but then it's just going to completely cover Rarity. So I'm going to probably still have them kind of up, like... That's not what I'm looking for. Where's your wing? Here we go. Oh, I lost it again. There. Could do kind of up like this. And if it comes later where I have space, I will just put it back. But in the meantime... We need to have them... Unless... Well, I don't care. I can cover Rarity's face for all I care, but... Is Alf here? Talking about the chicken? Oh. Alfredo. I'm thinking like Alf from the, with the old TV show. Is anybody old enough to remember Alf? You remember Alf, right?
I remember Alf. He ate cats.
Because he kind of looks like Alf a little bit.
He's the same color.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm thinking. And he is a puppet too.
Alf was a puppet. You ever wonder where that puppet is now?
Look at Alf. Come on. The face detection on this camera is really good. It just doesn't detect chickens. It is being very racist. There it goes.
Which chickens? Hello.
I hate you all.
That's okay.
You too.
You know what happened to Alf at the very last episode?
No.
Essentially, they planned on having a last season, but they never got okayed for it. So Alf ends with him being captured by the FBI.
Thanks,
and that's how it ends.
Really?
Yeah.
And they're supposed to have a continuation.
There was supposed to be a continuation where he escaped and goes back to his home planet, but they never got renewed for the final season, so it ends with him being captured. So we can all just assume he got dissected. Just like the chicken will.
No.
That's why
leave me alone.
I mean,
he's gonna go hide in his shell.
Yes. That's what chickens do.
That's creepy. Fix the chicken there.
That is how it really ends. Alf is abducted or taken by the FBI, and the show ends.
See, but Michael could tell us literally anything, and we would just go with it because we don't care enough.
This is also true. Also, I'm assuming...
Hello, person.
I'm assuming you ate leftovers?
Yeah, I just ate the Mexican stuff.
Okay.
I took half.
Her tail is a mess.
Did she actually ever use that?
The lasso?
No, the horseshoes.
Oh, I don't know.
Because she's got the lasso, sure, but also, how does she reach back here to grab this one?
Horse magic.
Because, like, I would think that every time she did, she'd just break her neck and fall over.
That would make for a different episode.
Or like,
I don't know if she used it or not. I can just see them animating it with her just, like, bucking it off her back and then grabbing it in the air. Like, Earth ponies were very dexterous.
see, there. She's got it.
They would also make them use their hooves hands.
See,
like,
this works.
yep, she's fine. She's not paralyzed now or nothing.
I bet you it doesn't hurt at all. She's perfectly fine. I'm in pain.
Oh, silly horse.
Ow.
Slight horse.
And then she's like, oh, she face first.
Just leave it like that and just Applejack stay in.
Well, it looks like you just caught her doing something.
Yeah, this is what it looks like.
She's like is anybody looking? Put her back here. There we go. She's fine again. Yes, ouch. Also, a question. How did you make the zoom effect for Spike in Rainbow Dash learning video? Oh, are you talking about like the speed lines that come off of him? That reminds me too, if anybody does have any SFM questions, wants to see stuff I've worked on before, how I do something or how you would go about doing something, I will do my best to answer it. The purpose of the stream is to help. So definitely feel free to ask questions. So those speed lines are actual Slake speed lines. If you... I think it's on the workshop. I miss the days where the workshop would have SFM on the first page. Now I have to... Wait a second. That looks like Geek Brony. Kinda. Okay. No, Tom. What is that? I'm not even sure. Any advice on SFM animation for sequences? I think so. Let me finish with this one and we'll get to it. So, let's go. If you do, I think it's like speed lines. Let's start with particle. I'm not seeing it. Swore it was here. Maybe I downloaded it elsewhere, but there's... Let me double check. Michael's just pointing out that he keeps getting mail for like cookies and chocolate with his name on it, and he doesn't know why. It's just out of nowhere. He just like once every 2 days we get this pamphlet on do you want to buy chocolates? And he's just like, what the
Detective fat person. It's a big detective fat person. Like, you want chocolates, don't you?
It might be in this. No, it must have been... Where did I have that? I had it in a weird spot before, and then I always forget where it is. But it is a particle. There it is, speed lines. Wait, is that what I'm... Okay, I just had to remove the space. Anyways, so, it is this particle effect. And basically it's just for adding in just various speedline effects. There's a couple different ones, but one of them is just for base. Is this all of it? I thought they would like vary it a little. Okay, wow, wonderful. But it comes with a bunch of different types, and one of them is just like a sideways view of it. And I just modified it a little bit, turned them purple, and I think maybe a little green, and then just put that with him, so that it looked like he was kind of going. I'm gonna double check that though. Oh, it's Dash Chair, not Rainbow Dash. Yeah. So it was the same thing with the owl. So I just matched the color, and then I can't remember why it was brown at the top. I think it was because of something else with, oh no, it's because the owl was brown. So that was all it was. I've used those a couple times. I used them in this one for the plane, like on the sides there. And the bullets coming up are technically also the same things. It was multiple different layers to make a brighter center and stuff, but that's technically what those are too. So I think I even had them. No, that was they were also used here in the background because they have fatter versions of it that are not so strong, and those work really well for having like a wind effect going by. I've used them a ton. So download that on. I would post a link unless I lost it. Should bring me back there. Apparently not. But I'm gonna be a nice dude and I'm gonna go and find it for you again.
There's a program's name I haven't heard in a long time. Wednesday.
There you go. There you go. That's the link for it. So recommend that and then play around with those. I won't be able to tell you the specifics of it because I haven't touched those in a while, and it takes a little bit to poke around and make it work with what you need. Going back here. Okay, so any advice on SFM animation sequences? So when you're talking sequences, okay, so you're not talking as much sequences, but you're talking, how do you just animate better? If that's the case, then that's really, really difficult. A sequence to me is where you're taking a repeatable animation sequence, one that has no beginning and end that runs forever. Those are easier and harder. Doing an infinite loop is what do they call that? Seamless loop is not as easy, but definitely doable. Let me see if I can find. I always lose these. I can never remember where I put them. There's 4 video files that go over how I animate, and I always lose them. And then I probably then move them to someplace I'll remember, and then I forget that place too. No.
I'm just imagining what your video just starts off saying. Step 1 in animating. Get good.
It's well, in a way, yes. but it's there's other words to that, but the big thing is just time. What is game stuff? Oh, yeah. Oh, I don't remember where I put those, so I'm not going to be able to... Because I had it for different doing this stuff. I would recommend... I have it running there, too. I would recommend looking up pose to pose. So if you go into... YouTube and do search for source filmmaker. Actually, for me at least, one of the first ones that pops up is 13.3, but you'll want to start at 13.1. At this one. So go to their list of tutorials and start at 13.1. Pose to pose animation is what's going to make the animation as easy as possible to do. If it's about basically building keyframes, building your pictures, your posing, and then blending those poses together. And that explains how to do it and the process behind it. I would definitely look up that. Another thing I would do is look up the 12 principles of animation. I have a whole presentation on here that I give at conventions sometimes about it. And make something that practices one element of it. It'll take time because it's 12. Well, probably only like 8 or 9 of those you could actually practice. But if you can learn to do those, it'll improve everything you make. Otherwise, the main thing is when I started, most of the stuff I made was very stiff and not very good too. But you just keep poking at it and put time into it, and you always keep learning and getting better. Animation isn't a quick thing. For instance, I finally just broke my time, but I'm at 9,000 hours. So it takes time.
You need to have like a little celebration when you hit 10,000. Just you in a party hat, sad.
Maybe
sad and tired.
So yeah, mainly it's just going to be taking time for it, though. That's the big thing. So I want to catch up here.
Isn't that the saying though? Like 10,000 hours is how long it takes to master something.
Yeah, but there's render time in there too. But also there's other elements that are outside of SFM that I put time into too. So it just depends. And is SFM and every hour that's put into it of the same thing? So if I'm doing like lighting for hours, it means I have 10,000 hours in video creation, but not in animation.
I feel like you're concerned, like the sages of like the mastering of things won't approve of your time spent.
Yeah. So there was the one how to work on something without it recording. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Is our friend Mike II having a stream today? I don't know. Are they streaming today?
No, they canceled, but I have a feeling he's going to come in here and harass me.
Oh, that's fine. Because you're in your blue light.
Yeah.
I don't want to be a VIP. Oh, the VIP thing is more if there's somebody that's in here a lot and I remember to, I just go ahead and add VIP because I have a bunch of VIPs I can just give people. It doesn't really mean anything other than just giving a diamond. I think it's a diamond, and if for some reason it's put on subscriber only chat, they can talk as well. But I've never done that. What stool is that? The stool was actually custom made for that video. A couple people were watching, was working on it, and I couldn't find a good stool to use. And so these like 2 people actually made one, and then gave it to me during stream. So it was custom done so that I could actually move the legs. So yeah, I don't know if they ever made a public download for it. And but it's not my model, so I don't feel comfortable just sharing it. Did you lock them to the model? No, I don't think so. You don't have to. They do kind of move, but you just have them move instead of like the speed lines moving away, they just move with. But I had to poke at the settings for a while to get it the way I like it. But I don't remember what all the settings were. I'd have to go and recreate it completely from scratch, which usually means me pushing buttons until it looks right. I don't remember all the buttons I hit. So you're just gonna have to play with values. There's so many particles that I need. Dota has the best particles, but it's hard to get Dota files now because they're all converted to SFM2, kind of, and they're all compressed. So it's a lot more annoying. I got them back before all that. Do you have any... do you have to use WinZip for Pony SFM? I have 7-zip. Most of the stuff is zipped just because it's easier to send files, but you don't need WinZip. You just need some kind of an unzipping file. So are there any shortcut keys to make certain motions go faster and slower? Kind of. So a couple that I use, you have your normal ones. So your 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll swap between these 4. No, sorry. That's the QWER key, QWER. We'll swap between those. If you have fall-offs, the 1, 2, 3, and 4 will control the different fall-offs. So 1 being linear. Thanks for the blah blah blah. Sorry, thanks for the follow count. 1 being linear, and then 2, 3 being the different fall-off speeds, and then 4 being the balanced ease in, ease out. Some of the useful ones to me are period and comma. Period goes forward at normal speed, but every time you hit it, it doubles that speed. Comma goes backwards the same way, and if you hold control, you can then slow it down to go forward and backwards slower. Very, very useful. One that is, I think, overlooked a little bit is V. So if you have a model selected, or let's say I loaded in a new model, and I loaded in the new model and I'm looking this way and I have no idea where on the screen this model is at the time, and I don't want to have to go look for it. V will redirect your current viewport to look at the current thing you have selected. So I have Apple selected. It will then redirect and have me look right at that model. No matter where I go, it'll then redirect it to that point. Very useful. The one I would recommend you get rid of is actually go into your keyboard shortcuts. And I think it's go into your global, go to number 20, create camera at head. It's going to say press C, delete that. It is really, really stupid that by hitting a single button on the keyboard, it will keep creating cameras in the background that you can't see. And for some stupid, I think it's stupid. Why is it C? I don't like that. So I would get rid of that one. Let's put in the other ones. And then if you hold Alt, you can rotate around that point they've selected. That's also really useful. That's all I can think of, at least right now. Please think I want to learn. Are you talking about the? Oh, you're talking about the this tutorial? Sorry, did somebody already link it or not? Okay, so this is the post-to-post tutorial. Sorry, I'm just catching up here. I don't want to miss anything. What, 9,000? Yes, it was over 9,000. 10,000 hours in SFM special. If actually, well, do know that it took me like the last year and a half to get the 1,000 hours. I spent a lot more time initially, so it won't be for a while that I'll hit that. I have been using it more though lately, so maybe like 9 months. Can Michael do... Oh, yeah, so we do have a voice impression from Waffles here. Sorry, I'm catching up. Can Michael do an impression of Vegeta saying it's over 9,000?
It's over 9,000! Is that good?
That was really loud, Michael.
Well, I'm sorry. It's over 9,000. Be careful, guys.
That's better.
That was better?
That was very much like Vegeta. I couldn't tell the difference. No slow mode too. I haven't had a need to. If it comes down to where I have a need to at some point, I will take advantage of that. But for right now, meh, it's fine. Freelance up. Also Google is your friend. Thanks, Razik. I must go later, Mike. Don't hurt chicken. That Michael would hurt chicken. I don't hurt chicken. I've watched YouTube for years. Finally made it to a stream. Hello, Gallant. And thank you very much. I've been watching it for years too. But no, thank you. I do appreciate it. 10,000 is some special. Yeah. I will think about it. But again, I'm going to have to worry about it for a while. I just built my new PC and now I'm a YouTuber. Congratulations. You have advanced up the ladder. How much depth of field is too much? So depth of field is... It's not as much... It really depends. There are some standard amounts of depth of field, and then there's situations where you could play with that differently. If I'm making like a transparent GIF, I will remove it completely. But the standard, and this is going to be a little bit unscientific. So let me get a new camera. So let's say that...
Oh no. It's upsetting.
Let's say that Twilight is our only character here that we actually care about. So there are three main types of, well, there's a lot of different camera shots, but there's three main ones that you would that are important, and that's your close shot, your mid shot, and your far shot. And how you utilize your, and actually, you know what? I have a perfect example because I covered this actually in my 3D Animating 101. I just have to grab it from... Do I have it? Is it video? No, it's not video. Where did I hide those pictures? Might have to... Oh wait, I have PowerPoint in here. Okay, so I can open it up. It's in there. Okay, so I have this full thing that I used to run at conventions, and here we go. So these are basically your 3 different shots that you will probably be working with the most. So this is your far shot, and a far shot generally means that your entire actor is what I usually call him. The entire actor is in focus at once. So the legs, the feet, everything. And you can see the furthest. The mid shot is usually where it's going to be cutting the body off somewhere. I don't like cutting it off at bones or at like the top of the thighs, because you'll get like a swan look if you cut it like right here. So I usually cut it like the mid leg, or if I'll go up a little closer, I'll cut it at the mid body. And then you got your close up here, which I could cut at the mid body, but it worked out pretty well, where you're just mainly focusing on the face and emotions. How much depth of field you use depends really on this. So if you're going to have a wider camera covering a wider area, it's like you looking across the room compared to you looking or trying to think about focusing on the other side of the room with your hand right here in front of you. Things that are closer to you are going to make the things behind it blurrier and blurrier and more out of focus. So in this case, SFM has on the camera, if you kind of go to the left here, it has, or the right, I don't know my direction apparently, it has where it simulates the millimeter of an actual camera. So it's not actually doing anything with the millimeters. It's saying it's artificially widening things as to what it would be like for that kind of a camera. So in this case, if I go to a 35, this would be simulating a 35, at 50 and 85. Those are the 3 main ones. Sometimes you might want to go 24, sometimes you might want to go 105 or even more, but generally in terms of the industry standard, 35 to 85 is the main ones. If you're, in this case, this is a 35, this is a 50, and this is an 85. And so a 35 is going to be a lot wider. You're going to be picking up more, which means you want to have the stuff in the background, maybe not fully in focus, but mostly in focus. Once it gets into this mid shot, you do want to have the background be noticeably blurred, but not too much. And then when you get in these close-ups, that's where you really want to make sure that person that's in focus is the most, or is the only thing that's really in focus. Everything else is blurred. There's no standard in SFM for those values, so just play around with it to find what's right. But this is generally the best way to go about it. A 50 millimeter is considered to be the equivalent of the human eye in how it sees the world. So if you're looking to make something that is just relatable and feels natural, 50 is, or like, say you're putting the camera like right here because they're talking, and if 2 people are talking, you want to make it look and feel like you are a part of that conversation. A 50 millimeter at eye level will make it feel like you were part of that conversation. If you start doing the super zoom in with 85 or 35, it's going to feel less like you're there. That's kind of off in random direction there. Hope that helps. I don't want to get too far behind here. Pressing the F key to teleport to models. Yeah, this is not one I really use too much because I like flying. It's kind of like whoosh. Steven Smash. Yes, Rathalos is best. Where you get your models. The Rathalos model I got on... See, I bring up the ask question. I got tons of it. That's awesome. It was on the workshop, but it's not the one I'm using. I have heavily modified the models that I am using specifically, but the one I am using was from here. This is Nick Out. It is this exact model, but I custom added facial flexes, and there's no public download for those. Nick Out has some of the better ones because his comes with pre-made animations for like idols and walks and stuff. So that's why I tend to like using his, and that's why because he had Rathian on here and Nergigante, I believe, those had idols. Toby didn't, but it was at least in a pose that it made it pretty easy to get by without. So that's where I get those. I get most of my stuff over the workshop for DeviantArt.
You can just download the Rathalos and dye it green, and then you have both of them.
But Rathian and Rathalos come in the same pack.
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
Oh, if you're just, yeah, because I don't, Rathian to me doesn't have facial flexes. I'm basically using the same one that's on there, because I don't feel like adding flexes to her, so I just make her bark. Chicken is evil, must be stopped.
I do need that chicken.
No, chicken's fine.
He's not.
Chicken always comes back for stuff. That's the normal way. Real quick, after you explain, can you show us how you got models from DeviantArt? Most of the ones that I get off DeviantArt are from this group, so this is pony specific, but this is where I get most of the models. But if there's probably other groups out there that do similar things. Like this one just has an SFM resource, which is tons and tons and tons and tons of models. There's probably other places out there that do similar. At least in terms of pony, you can also go to ponysfm.com. But other than that, like Monster Hunter content, the workshop has a ton, absolute ton, like from multiple different versions. Never understood how. Okay.
That's crazy how much it's still getting updated.
Yeah.
The Pony Source Filmmaker stuff.
We need Stupid Face here.
You forgot one. You forgot one of the ponies.
Oh.
Hey. I'm just happy that she's included.
That's what I said, like, when they're like, well, is Michael going to show up here? I'm like, well, now he has to, because I put his candy over here.
Yes.
Okay.
My attention.
Stupid Face. What can we do for Stupid Face?
You seem to be looking... What's that? Oh, there's like AC systems. It's weird. Just make her head big so that the plant looks like her hair.
Oh, these are all named different.
Yeah, we were looking for Humdrum earlier, Spike version, but we couldn't find him. Just the pony version.
No, I know where he is. I just haven't grabbed him.
No.
And I don't know if I will.
Well, Spike's part of the team, man.
No, he just tells them what to do and then nobody listens.
Some Spike hatred over here. What's happening, Pinky?
Probably doesn't. Oh, probably. She's fine. She's
She makes me sick. Some swelling there. It's
she's
ours.
fine. Where's your head? There it is.
Not creepy at all.
She's oh, you know what, this is like she's got one of those new age hairdos, or like, you know, the like thing with the like the mind. See, this is what happens when it literally explodes.
Her mind.
It's just coming out her eye.
That's horrifying. That's like the pony version of Pinhead.
But she's fine. She's fine. She's trying to fly away though.
She's stuck.
Like a little bug.
That was an adequately stupid face.
It was stupid.
Pull back.
She's back now. I don't know why I chose Pinky for that. I guess for the coloration. Alfredo is still using the K. Well, yeah, well, and actually I learned it was KKVs. Actually, I had that wrong. It wasn't device; it was vehicle, which I knew, and I for some reason messed that up. The only reason he doesn't end is once and for all is someone has to feed him in the mornings. Don't forget to wear the proper protection, or you may end up in his next unfortunate victim. He is a hungry boy. Like sure you did with or Spitfire Falls, and they're like walking. Oh, that's that was a blooper. Yeah. Yeah, I know that there's a humdrum model. It's just it's really hard even right now to I got a camera back here to fit everybody on the screen right now. I might be able to put him like right here.
Put him next to Rarity.
It's more of I want to not put any or have anybody invisible because like they're like.
I mean, it's Spike though.
Well, he should be invisible.
Just like have his hand like sticking around the corner. Just like yeah, he's here. Nobody cares. It's Spike.
Okay, we'll go back to Applejack here. What is your favorite animal?
Mm-hmm. Mine's Brick.
A brick?
Bricks are the best animals.
Because they leave you alone?
They're easily housebroken.
Oh, thank you, Clumsy.
She threw them.
6 months. PowerPoint is just, yes, very much. Thank you very much.
Brick is best.
I'm thinking if you're doing real animals, I love doggos.
Doggos.
It's classic and it's cliche, but I love doggos. I like, but like for like, well,
puppies.
and in terms, I love dragons, but they're, I don't know if do they consider under animal?
Oh, I know ponies aren't real. Wish they were.
If only horses were a thing.
Yeah, wouldn't that be awesome?
Yeah, that would be neat. Alas, we'll have to live without.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Twilight. I don't want Twilight. I want Apple. Derpy is real to me. Hey Argo, it's gonna DDJ. Oh, okay. So now I have the connection. Hello, Daesh. When I make my song, can you please put me on VIP role? When you make your song. Well, no, the VIP is more of it's. I just toss it on people that are here a lot. Like Red's been here like every week or every stream for like weeks and months now. So when I was going through, that's why I tossed it on him. But I'm not gonna just do it because people ask. Oh, that's kind of weird. The apple is floating there.
Not that her legs are broken.
And really, the differences for it are just the diamond. There's no actual benefit to it. Well, there's benefits, but nothing that we would probably use here.
They're on to me.
I can do like 40, and you get more by the more people that are talking in chat at a single time. It's a really weird system for that, but basically if you have a ton of people that are in chat talking at the same time, it'll unlock an achievement, which is strange, and that will unlock more VIP badges. It's kind of like with like to unlock more emotes, you need more sub points. Works the same way, just for people talking. And I think right now it's 15 was the last one, 15 people at once, and then the next one is I think 20 or 25. I can't remember. I think I want to actually have her.
You got a pretty good number of viewers. Pretty decent number of people on the night.
Well, that was frustrating with yesterday. Is right as the stream started, there was 80 people,
Oof.
and then it just
and then it all went down
down because of the technical issues.
Well, hopefully there'll be more people on the weekend anyway, just because it's...
Well, I'm not going to run it Sunday. I'm going to run it Wednesday.
Aw.
I can have it. If everything goes right, I should be able to have another stream set up by Wednesday of next week. I did a test today using the codex on Monster Hunter, and it worked, but there was still up to a 20% drop in frame rate. Not 80% that was happening before.
Is that why you're doing it on Wednesday? Because you want to work on it more? Or?
No, because I should have a second PC set up by then. So
I'm guessing you don't want to use anything from mine.
No. Because I don't want a graphics card.
Well,
I still need a third of the entire cost of the computer is something that you don't have.
What is it?
Capture card. It has to be a specific capture card because I'm running from a 2K monitor at a high frame rate. Normal capture cards will require that I would have to be running at 1080p 60 frames per second off this monitor because I would have to duplicate the signal. So I had to get a more expensive card that would take in 4K at any hertz and then convert it to it. So that was $250 for a single capture card.
So have you already bought all the stuff?
Not yet. I ordered the case in PSU, and then I'm picking up the rest of it tomorrow from Micro Center.
I'll check to see if there's an integrated on that board or not.
It really won't matter at this point.
Oh, okay. The heat sink on that thing.
I'm not worried about heatsink though. This thing's not going to be running that much. I want quiet. I wanted this to be as silent as possible. So I got a case that has full insulation. I got a power supply that's made to be whisper quiet, so that I can just have it running and not have to hear it.
Yeah. Sounds pretty fancy.
I'm working on fixing it. She will be fine in a minute. There. She's okay. She's like, help me.
I'm so excited. That's the worst part about Source Filmmaker, your ability to just, like, at a whim, torture ponies and body horror.
I don't torture ponies.
No.
I do nothing of the sort.
No.
Trying to mess with these streams. Yeah. Well, you're mod now, so I don't even know. I can't. If somebody, Elias, because you have mod now, I can't give you VIP. It literally is one or the other.
Is it mod like?
It's a higher level of.
Yeah. Why would you want VIP?
Because then you get a little diamond. No, so I'm breaking the model because I'm not using an IK rig. IK rig would be where the bone stays in place and then everything else moves with it. But because I'm not using an IK rig, because it severely limits my ability to do stuff, I go FK, which is basically free kinematic, and because of that, the only way to ensure that the legs stay on the ground is I lock the legs there, move the model how I want, and then adjust the legs to back match where that foot was. And I'll do that for all my poses, and then I'll blend it together. It'll sometimes end up being where you'll see like a little wobble at the base sometimes, because it's not perfect, but works pretty good. I'll just go with it. Do you like any animes?
What's an anime?
I haven't. I was on a spree for a while. I was watching a lot of stuff. Like Velvet, or is it Velvet? Evergarden was good. I forgot what the first word for that one was. I was watching Neverland. Escape from Neverland or something. I can't remember. Man, it's been a while. That one I never finished yet, but that was good. We watched Shield Hero, which was really good.
Black Clover or whatever.
Oh, you were working through that one, but that one's long.
Yeah. I'm just waiting for the next season of Attack on Titan.
Hero Academia. So some of the big ones. I haven't went like deep into the rabbit hole. Dr. Stone. I did really enjoy Dr. Stone too. I was sad when it ended as quick as it did. It wasn't quick. It was just I really wanted more of it.
I've seen a lot of the original Mobile Suit Gundam, but that's
you're expected to participate in Inktober. Let's get them hand-drawn VTF file overrides on these horses. Dude, you don't even want to know what that would look like. Do you want me to do a texture override on a horse? I will do one if you so wish.
Horrifying. Don't let it happen.
As Avatar, I don't know if I don't know. It's hard to define anime. What's the weirdest thing that happened to you? Becoming a brony. Just pretty weird.
No.
Oh, I do have a weird story. So, this is back when I worked at McDonald's. I had a moment of. Have you ever heard of the term? I think it's Maxwell's demon. I think it is.
I have not.
I'm trying to remember. Yeah. It's a thought experiment. But it's essentially about creating order out of chaos. Mm-hmm. Which is...
Like my bedroom.
Well, no, but normally this is about creating order out of chaos without energy being added.
Like
Normally, it's about that everything turns entropy, and so this is about creating order out of chaos. And this is one of those things that, like, because if you think about it, if millions of atoms are moving randomly, that there is, at least in this ultimate smallest chance, that a chance of everything hitting a state of order. So I bring that up because it ended up being, I just had a really weird situation with a shake that ended up basically, to me, feeling like a Maxwell's demon. And they call this a demon because it was as if something was interacting to cause this to happen. And so I had a shake it was a child shake. I know it was strawberry because it was red.
Well.
And I had it in my hand and it was open and I dropped it. Like a full strawberry shake, and I dropped it on the floor.
Oh my goodness.
It hit the floor so perfectly flat that the force of it hitting the floor shot half the shake back up to hit me in the face. It had hit it so perfectly that the rebound force of it actually had enough force from a child's shake to launch it up multiple feet and hit me in the face.
And you had a deep thought on this one.
All I remember is sitting there laughing with my shake coming down my face at the floor, because the chances of that happening are just so immensely low. And it was... It was one of those things of, you would have to have so many things hit perfectly that the chances are so improbable. Not impossible, but just immensely improbable.
I think that's referred to as Murphy's Law.
Murphy's Law is...
If it can go bad, it will.
No, there's two different laws. Mm-hmm. Murphy's Law is the correct one. Then I can't remember which one's right. But there's two different laws, and one of them is... anything that can go wrong will, given an infinite amount of time. Then there's another law that states that anything can and will go wrong in the worst possible way at the worst possible time.
Murphy's.
And that is that's Murphy's. But there's another one that's based off of that is scientifically accurate, of given enough time, as long as something isn't impossible, it will happen, is what they're saying. But yeah, it was a really weird moment, and it's something I still remember just staring at the floor because it was so weird. Anyways, Fairy Tale, I've seen some stuff with Fairy Tale too. Like, McDonald's is my favorite fast food. A new connection. I don't eat McDonald's anymore. I don't eat fast food really in general, but I will not touch, or if I'm going to go out for fast food, I will not touch. I'll go to Wendy's. I like Wendy's, but I do not do like McDonald's, because I worked there for 2.5 years. Do you think I really enjoy it anymore?
I worked there for 3.
What are you trying to one up me?
Yeah. We're going to out McDonald's you.
So we need to do stupid face. So we're going to do... Oh, let's just grab her.
The only thing that stinks is I still work at McDonald's. It's not true.
Okay, so we're gonna put her here. We'll do like this, and then we'll do...
What's happening?
I don't know.
Poor Applejack. No.
Okay. She is...
Oh, somebody did get super face. I was like, why are you doing this?
Beware Super Horse.
Every time you guys spend 1,000 points, he essentially tortures a horse. went to Willy Wonka's taffy machine.
And she's like, she goes like, stop, criminal, stop. I'm warming her up.
I'd be terrified of that. If I saw her coming at me, I'd be like,
she's fine. Look, she's a normal horse. Wham. Look at that lasso.
I know, the big for extra power. I will say, ever since I gave up fast food, among other things, I've also
have you met any Karens? When I worked at McDonald's, I had one lady, and she wasn't really a Karen, but we had one lady that she would come through drive-thru like once a week, and she would order like a Big Mac meal supersized with like 2 extra Big Macs and a Diet Coke. And when she'd pull up through the drive-thru, she would have an oxygen tank sitting next to her and the tubes up through her nose. And so this woman is already on death's door, and apparently she needs the Diet Coke because she's on a diet.
Yeah.
No. I mean, some people just legitimately like Diet Coke, but you're weird.
I remember there was a period of time where my car was...
I broke all the bones.
Was down. My car was in the shop, and I walked to a nearby Denny's for supper every night for like 2 months. Because my car was essentially without a title. Long story. But anyway, there was always these 2 very large individuals who would sit down and look at the menu, and I would watch them with fascination as they pretended that they might pick the salad, or they might just pick the burger today. But they would always, always, always pick the whatever was that day's all-you-could-eat thing. Like, there was never, like, they would go through this whole charade every time of possibly picking something that wasn't the all-you-could-eat, and then they would always land on the all-you-can-eat. And they would make the waiter just sit there and wait for them to pretend to pick what they were going to eat. And the waiter knew. You could see it on her face because they were there every day.
Yeah, it was sad to see. Like, I remember there was like a couple that would come in with their kids, and they would get them Happy Meals with all the fatty foods, and they were chubby kids, and they would come in like 3 times a week for dinner. That was before like Happy Meals had apples and stuff, and like it was all French fries and soda. You see the worst of humanity working in fast food, but it was a good experience because I have patience for food industry now.
Teaches you to be kind to those people.
I'm a Diet Mountain Dew person. I used to drink Diet Mountain Dew, but I just found that I'd rather have no sugar. If I'm gonna drink it because it's better for me, I would rather just drink something else. I drink this.
You have to drink what's healthy for you.
Don't focus on Michael. Focus on the drink. Focus on it. There we go.
A drink.
Come on.
It's whiskey.
It doesn't want to see it. It's too confused. There it is.
It's the whiskey.
No, I drink Perrier Orange if I need something carbonated. It's just water, but I don't drink any soda. And I used to hate this stuff because it used carbonated water. Because my body used to say, like, there's no sugar in this shit. Get it out of my face.
I don't like soda either, really. I'm happy with water, coffee, and booze.
How you got fiber doing so this through with some high kid threw an open full of can of Red Bull at him. How he dumped the rest of the Red Bull out and threw it at the car. Not the customer of his car. He got fired for throwing it back at the car. The night manager was standing behind him, got drenched in Red Bull. Well, I can understand that though. You deal with some stupid people. So I had this battle pose already, so that's why I'm like, why am I not just using that? That's essentially what I want to do. No, I think it's a good idea for everybody at some point in their life to work in fast food and retail.
Just customer service in general.
Yeah, because I have an immense patience for those people because they're being paid shit money to do a shit job that they don't care about, but they have to pretend that they do. And nobody cares. You go up and complain to somebody at Walmart that they're out of stock on an item. That person does not give a shit. If you want to yell at them, they don't care, and now they're going to care even less. So it's this people that went right into big industry and then look at everybody below as like stupid and below them. They're horrible people, and so I have respect for those people that are working in those jobs now, and I think it's something that everybody should have.
We had one woman who would come in on a regular basis and complain that her food was cold when she would get home, but she would also complain that she had to drive an hour to get home, and that it took, by the time she got her food there, it was cold. And my thought was immediately, well, yeah, it's been sitting in your car for an hour. Of course it's cold, but she, for some reason, expected it to still be hot when she got home an hour later, as if the food is self-heating. And she would throw a fit, and one time she came in and started throwing her food at the manager. And the manager was about ready to jump across the countertop and punch her, but I stepped in and calmed her down and talked to the customer, and we just gave her new food. Because that food, it's not worth starting a fight over $5 worth of McDonald's, but some people will.
Well, $17 an hour at least is not too bad, but I worked before my current jobs. I worked in trucking doing OS&D, which is over short and damage. So the only thing that I dealt with, because I was the only person at that location that handled it. Thanks, Ninja. How's it going, fellas? We're doing pretty good.
I've just finished my first glass of whiskey, so I'm doing great.
Where's your second?
Thinking about it.
Well, you said first. You can't have a first without a second.
Well, yeah, but I'm considering the second.
Well, then, we just made the decision for you, so now you do.
I guess so.
See, he's very easy to negotiate with.
Your logic was sound.
So, what was I saying? I forgot. I got distracted. It's Friday. My brain stopped working. What was this? It was words. I thought there was something to remind me of. They're telling you to just down it. Just down it. Just drink it right from the bottle. Something about experience in the workforce. Okay, so yeah, I worked in OS&D, overturn damage. So I was the only person there that was handling any of the damage trait that came through. And so the only people that called me were the people that were angry. Nobody was going to call the person that was in charge of over, short, and damaged if they weren't over, short, or damaged. So I mean, the nice thing was I got a lot of free stuff because the things that get lost and then found later, but the company already paid for it. We own, or if it's damaged, but it's not damaged enough, we get, you get free stuff all the time. But it was a shit job, and I had to deal with a lot of stress, and I was being paid about $13 an hour at one point, when I started doing it. And so I was being paid like not much more than minimum wage really for here to do an absolute horrible job. When I left there, I was up at 17, I think. But I had to fight for that, because if I would have quit and done that exact same job elsewhere, I would have probably made more than that. But I don't want to deal with that kind of stuff again. Now, all my customers are internal. So the only people that I have to please are the people I work with. It's so much easier. I get phone calls for support. That's about it.
I will say I didn't actually enjoy the job I did until I moved out the job that I have here. It's the first job I've actually enjoyed doing.
Ooh, her ears are broken.
So I spent I started working when I was 17, and now I'm 35, so like the vast majority of probably my working life I spent doing a job I don't enjoy, but they paid the bills. But now I'm in a place I actually like working.
Yeah, the last couple of years have been pretty good for me, because I went from doing that $17 an hour to then working in medical and getting, I think that was like about a 12 or 13% raise to go to work at that, doing documentation work. And then a year later, I got like another 4%, then a 4%, and then they wouldn't give me my big raise for my new title, so I quit. Well, no, they gave me about a 50% raise. Then I quit there to work somewhere else that gave me another like 15% on top of that. So, and now I went up quite a bit from there too. So it's the last 3 or 4 years I've had a lot of changes go on my career paths.
Say both of us have probably done pretty well with our careers over the last few years.
But it's nothing like
you've done better. Okay.
I got lucky. Working in defense has its benefits.
I expect big things from my job. Over time.
I gotta fix your hair.
I worked on equipment for NASA today. It's not that glamorous.
It's like, oh, is it something for satellites? No, they're toilet.
It's for the remotes for the big machines that move the rockets around.
Mm-hmm.
The big crawlers.
You know, medical. No, I worked at a company that made. Thanks for the follow, Metal. They made infection prevention equipment. I can't remember the actual stuff that I used to work with. I worked in quality, but I was at the level where we basically were in charge of the quality system itself and the highest level of it. So I didn't touch any of the stuff, the actual devices or anything. We were actually building the quality system. So, and we were also the team that assisted with audits. So I did a lot of traveling to assist with the audits. So in terms of medical, I could have been in any other industry and I wouldn't have known the difference because I didn't touch any of it.
I think the most I ever got close to actually messing with something up like expensive was I had a short stint repairing navigation systems for military aircraft. But that was its own mess. Not worth going into any day. Horses.
She needs to look where Twilight's looking, just like right about there. Oh, that's actually pretty close. Alright, that does give room for Rarity to sneak in there.
Oh, you changed the info a little bit.
No, I loaded her the battle pose that I used from.
I feel like Rainbow should be higher than everyone, not lower than everyone.
No, because if I do, then she's blocking people.
Yeah, I know. She's the flying horse.
Well, she's not done yet. I'm going to have her more in a standing pose and the T pose, and then move her back a little bit, probably right around here.
You know what the hard part about this image is?
It's going to be a video.
Is it going to be a video?
Well, that's why I'm leaving this stuff here.
What are you going to do about her tail?
I'll just load up her other tail and color the mid part green. That's all that is.
Yeah.
And you can't even see the back of the tail. See here, so. Alright, so if I go with...
Was it season 6 of the PowerPoints episode?
I don't know.
I can't remember what episodes were in what seasons anymore. Past like season 1.
Rarity needs to be proud.
Shouldn't she just be like looking at her hoof?
Well, no, because it's gonna be a cycle. So if I'm gonna look at her hoof, she's gonna be looking at her hoof the whole time. What is her special power?
She shoots diamonds magic. Essentially, she's magic, but it's like she shoots gems.
She needs some shampoo.
She does appear to have some garbage in her hair.
I think she's got an infection.
She could also like make gem steps and stuff or something.
So she was essentially the lantern.
Yes, she was essentially the lantern.
Green, the blue lantern. Do you have any line from girls as far as what you do for a living? Because I work with people that have been in the industry for like decades, and I've only been in the industry for like 2.5 years. So right now I have no real aspirations because I don't know where to go with where I am. while I'm in quality right now, I do mostly IT work. I'm just their quality, or I'm the qualities IT guy. But I don't know what I want to do there right now. There's multiple levels that I can go up, but right now, financially, it's good. So I don't know where I'd want to go from there. So I've just been kind of running with it for a while.
My plan is to keep falling into success. Actually, I have
keep stumbling into success.
Yes, essentially. My job actually has a lot of room for going up, and I've already been told I will be going up as the company grows. So my prospects are bright.
Rarities aren't.
I even managed to get
See,
a friend hired.
look at this. She's like doing that like backwards look. That backwards look they give you, and they're like,
Yes, it's so sexy. As she's falling apart.
yes. Hi, darling.
No, that's horrifying. Like half of these videos, as you make them, is just body horroring ponies. Oh, that seems extra lewd. I don't know why.
I have local rotation on, so it.
He has booze in there, but I can't get him to drink it.
What are you drinking tonight? I do intermittent fasting. So if I drink anything that has calories in it, it delays my fast. So I ended in my normal window tonight like 2.5 hours ago. So if I want to have any meal tomorrow at a decent time, I normally don't.
Let me cook that chicken tomorrow.
Once I hit my weight goal, then I'm going to be doing some add-ins for stuff and back off a little bit, but I haven't hit it yet. It's good to have aspirations. Hopefully you can find your calling. Well, right now, I have aspirations for the stuff I'm doing now. That's why, like, the last couple of months, I've been doing a lot of big changes. I want to see if there's the potential to potentially do this full time, but to match up with what I would need to keep with what I'm doing now for work from here, I would need to grow quite a bit. And so I've been trying to push, but it would take quite a while. And with the Brony community kind of settling where it is, any growth is locked. Like, any growth I'm going to get is going to be small. And so if I wanted to do something like that, I would have to expand into multiple different areas to try to grab onto larger audiences. So
you make a pretty good living at your current job. So
I know, but
it's hard to match.
I know, but whether or not I enjoy doing this all the time. So
you don't enjoy doing your job as much.
No, I enjoy my job, but I would enjoy this more. But
fair enough.
But getting to that point would be difficult. Plus, this has an infinite headroom, depending on how it went. But it would be very, very difficult. But that's why I'm trying to. All the money that I make on YouTube and Twitch and everything goes right back to investing in here, making it better, better streaming quality, better software tools, so that I can try to make my way up there. So, but yeah, whatever.
I haven't seen the one yet. What's the one? I don't understand.
Must be in the NFL, CFL player, rapper, singer, and actor. That's a lofty goal. I want to be everything. Okay, she's gonna kind of like eat Twilight's tail if she gets that close. But
I want to be retired. That's what I'm.
My goal is to just not work.
That is the ultimate goal. I want to just travel.
Ever thought about doing this in Blender? No. I like what I'm doing. People want content. It's not about being ultimate high detail. If I were to try to build this into something bigger, I would not be able to move to Blender. I would be spending so much more time trying to learn that. Well, this would be what lets me to do more. In fact, keep working for your goals and investments. Yeah, no, I'm doing fine on my own, but I want to potentially try doing this on a larger sense. So I'm trying to change things. I'm trying to weasel my way to doing things. That's but it's difficult when I'm still doing a 40-hour week job. That's like all Monday evening. Like, I got done with work and then I spent all Monday evening editing the video that I put out this morning. And then Tuesday was all stream. Then Wednesday was prep work and getting ready for the Thursday stream that didn't really work out. and then Friday is streaming again. So I've spent almost every evening putting up hours in to stuff. So whatever. I'm trying to think if I already have a pose for rarity I can use. I might be actually maybe.
I mean, look at the show. They probably did a pose. I don't want to go.
Well, I'm trying to think of how can I save myself time by stealing poses. Ooh, actually,
I feel like
she might already have a proud pose. Kinda. That actually, I might just go with that. That's kind of what I was hoping for. That's her statue pose from Remembrance.
oh yeah, that's a pose for everybody.
My goal is just to be the best I can, and it's working good so far. Well, yeah, and that was originally for YouTube. My goal. I've kind of changed that recently because I did the math on what I lost out potentially on for doing that, and it was a lot. Financially, if every video I had received the same amount of views, and I had actually put non-copyrighted stuff in there to where I could or monetize every single video that I put out, and again with the same amount of views, I would have made about $100,000 to $110,000.
It's a house sale.
So, but because and originally it was because I just wanted to make whatever and use copyrighted stuff, but it kind of. There was a potential there that I just decided not to go on, and so I'm trying to weave my way back to that.
Following your passions doesn't always pay.
Yeah, so that's why I'm trying to change things up, because that would have been a life changer, and but I didn't go that way. So yeah. Where's your head?
I don't know. Maybe that $100,000 would have made y'all snooty and be like, "Oh, do you have $100,000 in your bank account?" No.
I probably would have
talked to you.
I don't know what I would have done at that point, but it was because on average per 1,000 view, and this is early on, it was actually higher, but right now per 1,000 view you can average about $1 to $2 something per 1,000 views on ads. It really depends on the length of the video. Anything over 2 minutes, or if you have mid-roll ads, it's really big too, but I don't have any that would qualify. But anything over 2 minutes is going to be more towards that $2 per 1,000. Anything less than that will start getting down into like pennies. If you're having like a 7-second video, you're going to make pennies per 1,000. So like Remembrance, if I would have chosen a non-copyrighted sign, that would have probably been, because of the length, probably around $20,000 on its own. And it's stuff like that when I actually looked into, I'm like, if I would have just made a different choice, I would have been in a better, I would have potentially been already able to do this full time. So that's why it kind of is like, I'm going to change things up a little bit. So that's why I'm like, for the stream, I'm going to be swapping out from copyrighted music to using different like using stream beats or something, because then I wouldn't have to worry about it. And before I was like, I don't care about making money off things, it's fine, but it helps because I can start investing back into stuff. I can do giveaways, I can get better equipment. I could work at a job that had less time so I could put more time into it. It's that stuff that I'm missing out on, and that's what's kind of sad.
My biggest thought as far as money's concerned is
royalty free. Creative Commons is what I always say with it. It's stuff that I can that if I put on YouTube, I don't have to worry about it and it's monetized, or that it's not going to be blocked. Like one of the problems I have right now is with some of the current like I don't have anything really monetized on my second channel, but I have an issue right now where
don't.
That's not
monetize
showing.
Those would be the easiest thing to monetize.
Copyright claim, copyright claim, copyright claim, copyright
The
claim.
music.
Yeah, because I can't copyright them.
I thought all your music was like copyright free.
No, not this stuff. It's not blocked.
Yeah.
So every now and then I will have one that, like when we played Halo. Technically that one is fine. Nobody really cares about it when we play Halo, but
Guys.
but technically, and nobody wants to watch a full stream on a recording. That's why the highlights work better. But this is potential too. So it's where I want to try.
I like that one with the derby and the socks.
Oh, hold on. I switched accounts and now YouTube's like, wait a second, you don't have the ability to use this application.
If you had more time to do derpy videos, I certainly would approve.
No, there are people that do enjoy that. That's why I like put them out. But there's like, has anybody listened to or watched RT Games? He actually just put out a video today called I think YouTube and Anxiety, and where he was talking about how the difficulty of battling with YouTube, and not YouTube's fault. It's the algorithm, and you might think that if you algorithm. Like for me, like right now I have 220,000 subscribers, and to somebody that has none or a few thousand, that's like, whoa, that's a lot. But when you have a lot, you see a trend, and so you look for growth. And when growth slows down or goes down, even if you're going down and somebody that's smaller is going, but you still have all those numbers, but suddenly it feels like you're losing. Or if it's not going up the speed that you're looking for, or you put something out and you're like, but that didn't get the attention that this got. And you start looking at the numbers and you start thinking, I'm failing. And like lately, I can't really show it up because the numbers on the screen, but like highlights, when I put those out, they get nowhere near as attention at the highlight that I put out today got, I think, 2,000 views in 5 hours. But when I put out the Twilight with the rocket, that got 20 something thousand views, 10 times as many. And so you think, like, am I doing something right? And I know, and then you can be like, well, just make what you like and whatever. But then you think about it from a channel you're trying to have grow, and it feels like failure. And so there's this battle with that kind of stuff, with growth of what do I, unless I want to just do what everybody else does, and I just want to do what I enjoy, then is it the right thing to do if I'm trying to grow? And so this is, it's frustrating, and I can see where their anxiety would be pulled in there. I'm still just having fun, but now that I'm trying to focus on growth, it does actually start to affect me a little bit of like, am I doing the right thing, or should I just focus on doing this instead? But I wouldn't really like doing that, so I don't want to do that. So
you're worried that you're going to stop having fun in an attempt to try to do everything to please Lord YouTube.
Well, that's the balance that you're looking for. That's why I want to hire an editor. Because if I had an editor that took over some of the editing, I could focus on some of the other stuff and not burn out on stuff. So, but I have actually enjoyed the editing. But if I put a lot of time into editing, then I'm not making the videos. And if that's what people are there for, is that then pleasing the people that are there, and is it going to go?
I don't know. There's
a lot of things to think about.
There's a lot of YouTubers who just release entire plays with no editing that are pretty popular. Like I love a Jacksepticeye, and I've been watching.
But a lot of those are. There was a guy on YouTube that had before said, when people would say, is being successful on Twitch or YouTube luck? And he was like, no, it's not all luck, it's all hard work. And I literally commented on there, I'm like, not really. How fast you get noticed and how fast you get big is based on luck. If you push hard and you make a lot of stuff and you get better at it and you improve, you will get there. It's like that thing with Murphy's Law, is if you give somebody an infinite amount of time, the fact that it's not impossible, it will happen. Luck just is about determining when. And so there you can have these people that they put out the right thing to get noticed at the right time. And, but unless you have that, nobody, like, I don't want to have a channel filled with hours and hours of videos that somebody that finally finds something that has to go through all that stuff. So I want to have the condensed stuff for now.
What you need is a European accent and a cool hat.
I know people do enjoy the Halo streams and that content, but making good content doesn't mean it's popular content. And so when you're looking at growth, it's about how do you grab people. Right now, thanks for the follow, Skyline. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out how to read that. And so it's if I were to look from my perspective on numbers of how do I get the most amount of people to grow, I have a medium to do that right now. The Raffles account is actually big enough that it will pull in people, a large amount of people. So I want to see how I can utilize that without destroying what the account is. That's where the mod came in. That's a good way to try to bring in another audience. So that's why I've added in the things and whatever. I've been doing a lot of stuff to try to make that work.
A pony mod now to even out the balance and the force.
And like, to me, I like the Twitch thing, but Twitch on its own is difficult to get noticed because there is no discoverability tools within Twitch at this moment. Again, I was watching a guy on YouTube that was talking about that, and he goes, but that's a perfect time if you do get noticed, because people want to watch new people, but they don't know who to watch. So they have a thirst, but they don't know how to get to those people. So if suddenly somebody does get noticed, people will flock and jump in and they will grow immensely quickly. But if there is discoverability tools, then everybody's on a more even playing field, and it's going to be harder to be noticed. So for me right now, I'm trying to use YouTube and all that to take advantage of it before something like that happens, so that I can get that edge to use the tools I have, but in a way that also can turn away the audience online. Every time I put out a highlight, like I haven't even checked, I don't even know if I have the numbers for it today, but I'm curious. Every time I put out a highlight, I lose subscribers. So like for the one today, it's not going to give me the number for it, but let me check. Let's check with what the live stream highlights I put out the week before. I went up 7. That's actually new. For the one before though, down 4 on average. So I gained some subscribers, but I lost more than I gained. The one before that's up 19.
Seems like you're doing all right.
Okay, so that's the average per day over that amount of time.
That's growth, man.
Then you go to the SciTwi.
Oh,
2100.
We just need to make more 3-minute long videos once a week.
So if you're looking for growth, the highlights are not growth. They're from the numbers standpoint. But it's about if I get better at it and do it right, and I get enough people, probably because there's nobody actually clicking it or caring. You get people to care and click. Getting noticed on YouTube. Getting noticed,
Please. Mike, this stuff, bro.
No, there's luck. So to me, getting noticed is about getting the right people, the right person or the right people to see you at the right time, and that's luck. In terms of SFM, was playing with these newer models that looked better at just the right time during a fandom that was growing, and I stood out, and that caused an explosion early on, and that was enough to be self-sustaining then.
Like, as far as making mods for video games for streams, I'm cool with making mods for just about anything, as long as you don't do the thing the last person I made mods for their YouTube channel did to me. Just don't do that, and everything will be fine.
I just have to every now and when you're like, I don't know, this is kind of burning out a little bit. Wait, nope, I'm fine now.
I've told you before, the thing that motivates me is people asking me.
Thanks for follow-through.
Like you said, I should do like that for another channel.
Did you do a highlights for the Derpy stream? Yes, actually, I released it this morning. That's where I spent all of Monday editing. And I tried to actually put it to make it look like a more professional type highlight. Put a lot more effort into the edits. I did a lot of quick cuts of any blank audio between bits. It took me a long while.
Like a 90s sitcom where you just cut to you and you're just like, and now bits.
Yeah. And I tried to control the narrative in some certain ways. I still have no idea what I'm doing with it, but I feel like I did pretty good. But I feel like somebody that is an actual editor would do way better than I did.
An actual editor is just somebody who edits, so you edit it, and so you're an actual editor. Good job.
Well, somebody that actually knows what they're doing. I don't know. I am hitting buttons and getting lucky, and every now and then I hit a new button and I go, ooh.
Yeah, well, nobody knows what they're doing until they start doing it. So this is how it goes.
But I just, if I put time into editing, it's not time I'm putting into this. I had somebody that left a comment on YouTube that was like, please stop making these and just make animations. I'm like, you do know that the streams are when I make my animations, so you're asking me to stop working.
I mean, you post the streams to a separate account, so I don't even understand.
The highlights.
Oh, the highlights you posted to your regular?
Yeah, they basically said stop streaming because you're wasting your time.
Their time.
Yeah, like you should just be focused on content. That's what I want, and that's what you should make.
But
and I'm like,
they should have said is stop wasting your time with all these lesser horses and start just making videos with Derpy. And stop torturing her because
every time you say that, you know what I do.
You're just jealous that she's such a good horse. No. You
know what this is gonna look like?
Yeah, this is gonna look like horrifying. No. Poor Derby. It looks like he was hit by a truck.
Kind of looks like Animaniacs.
No, it looks like he's dead. Why are you so cruel? This is who he is. He's just a horrible.
No, she's fine. It's like deep deep deep. That's all, folks.
This is morbid. You fix that. There we go. It's okay to be stuck. It's just part of the derp life. It's being stuck in things.
Okay, I need to put like I want to do with her is I want to do a slightly. Nope. Oh, that's still derpy. Neutral. So we want to put that mouth back in there. A little bit there. A little bit open. A little bit. Oh. Probably more pucker in there. And then put some relaxed on the eyes.
Say hashtag save Derpy.
It's pretty close.
Needs to be a hashtag in this chat on a regular basis.
Andy looks like she's having fun. AJ, there you go. She's fine right now.
This is what the inside of a pony looks like. They are mostly.
Oh, also a quick thing too. On a side note, so Ciderfest is in a month, just about a month. They opened up registration today. I texted you. They sold out. They sold out of the top level sponsorship in like 5 minutes. They only had 20 of them. But you can register for it. It is free. It is a free convention. You don't have to actually pay for it. But if you want to support conventions, which some of the physical conventions, if we want to actually have them come back after the pandemic, they do need support. I bought the highest level sponsorship, and when I almost buy sponsorships all the time at most of the conventions I go to, even though I get in for free. But I bought the highest level one. I think it's like 150. No, it's 125. But it comes with like $60 of merch purchasing and a whole bunch of other stuff, and they mail it to you with a badge. So if you're able to support even the lowest badge, otherwise that is going to be in like a month. They have a Discord. Actually, I'm just going to link the website. I can tell you what it's about. It's a convention. That's really the best way to say it. Have you ever been to Ponyfest?
That's the big online one, right?
Ponyfest is running this one. Is there a way for me to donate directly? If you, what you can actually do if you're just looking to just help out the convention, I bought the higher sponsorship. That doesn't mean what you have to do. They have where you can just get a support badge, and what that basically is they'll mail you a badge. Like they did that for Winnie City, so I got an actual badge. But I got one of the sponsorships for that too. But they'll send you an actual lanyard, and their lanyards are actually really nice normally. If you want to go higher, great. But otherwise, that's the best way to support. And if you want to help out, but otherwise the content is free. It's none of it is required. But I love the conventions. I want to give to it when I can. Oh, and it comes with shipping too. It is normally an in-person convention. That's held in Milwaukee, but pandemic, so it's going to be online. The information that is kind of on here for what you can do, it's on Discord. Where Discord's the chat, Twitch is actually where they handle the video for it. But it's going to be an online convention, so they'll have a schedule, they'll have everything on there, and I'll be applying for my normal, like 4 panels. Like for instance, I saw the recordings for the ones we did last year.
I'm buying my badge now. You can too.
But like I said, you're not required to, but I want to make sure that these happen again, and so I will do. But I will spend my money to make sure that they are able to. But like this was one of them. So we were playing Super, or the My Pony version of Super Fight I made. We were playing this live, and that's always a fun game. And so that was one of the panels we did, and then we did not Super Fight. We did bad fanfic, and I couldn't figure out a way to make it work in random, so we actually put it together in here and had the stories, and everybody could read, and had like random accents that went with it. It was pretty fun. That was way more fun than I thought it was going to be. So it's stuff like that, and it's all online, but it's neat, and the people that run the conventions are really, really cool people, and that do an amazing job. So if you can, yeah. And if you want to apply for a panel, you don't have to be living local or anything. You can apply for a panel and see if you can get in. I think the applications only run for another week, so I have to get mine in quick. But yeah, if you can. How exactly do the online conventions work? So yes, this one is going to be. They have if it's anything like the other one, they have a Twitch channel, multiple Twitch channels. They handle the different rooms for different schedules, and you don't have to leave that channel. I stream to a server, and then they just distribute that to whatever needs to be playing at that time for the schedule. And so in my window, I would just have my time on there, which would basically be like this. But so and then in between, they just play music and have some advertisements and stuff about other stuff going on for the convention. But really, it's just this. It's exactly like this is for all the content that they do for now. When they do have the live conventions, physical attendance, Ciderfest is my absolute favorite convention, and followed by probably Windy City, and those ones they're Chicago and Milwaukee. But for now, just gotta kind of make do with what we got. Why does Twilight's back leg look fat? It's probably in comparison.
Body shaming the horse.
It's just because it's straight on. It's just thinner. Have them go to an in-person one day. I'm hoping they come back too. It's every week's different, so I'm really hoping that next year things open up, because Windy City or Ciderfest moved?
Ciderfest moved.
No, like I thought Windy City moved to summer.
Oh, you mean date-wise?
Yeah.
I'm not sure because we didn't move this year.
Well, I thought it might have permanently moved. But anyways, we'll have to see how next year's goes. I really hope that things open up enough where they can at least have it, maybe with some restrictions or whatever. But I'm really hoping to see that they happen. But only if things are in a state where it's okay. Not like we need to have it happen. Let's read 2,000 coffee cups. Please shake Discord now. Oh yeah. I don't know if I'm really that happy right now with her. You know what I think actually Rarity needs? She needs to be turned clear around. I'm gonna see if I can do that without breaking something. And thanks for the follow, Randy. Hyrule. Thank you, Hyrule. I got it, brothers. Hope y'all good day. See you later, brother. Was that Hulk Hogan? Okay, I don't even know. It's a voice. Step into a Slim Jim. That's not even Hulk Hogan.
No, that's Macho Man Randy Savage.
Same thing.
I actually followed wrestling when I was a kid. Not so much anymore.
Well, I watched early 2000s. Early 2000s wrestling was amazing.
I was very much into it in the 90s.
13, 14.
Thanks for the follow overpriced waffles. I love that. That is an amazing name. They are overpriced. Actually, we have another waffle in the server now. There's 2 waffles.
Too much waffle? That's not.
Yeah, I think if Rarity's like right here, and then we churn her, that might actually work better. So I have to keep right-clicking to go on a global because these bones on their own are kind of angled upwards, and I don't want them to churn at an angle. So I do global because then it puts even terrain. Let's do that. But this also requires that. You got your badge?
Mm-hmm. Got the spirit badge. The one was sold out.
I probably will buy one of the Ciderfest packs just to support them. On a side note, I just had a blue screen with it and it's something important. Yeah, I'm not sure.
I very much want to go to a pony convention again next year.
Yeah.
When things are back to normal.
But no, Charlie has appreciated the community. Like, there was interesting thing with Ciderfest is that it's a convention that so many people have such a passion for that a lot of people bought so many sponsorships one year by such a large amount that they sold out of even the lowest level sponsor. And they had to create a new sponsor level. The reason they sold out, well, not the lowest level, the one that came with a certain event ticket, but then they sold out of them because they couldn't get any more people into that room to fit. And so they made another one to fill another thing, and those sold like mad. So it's a convention that by percentage has a huge amount of people that want to see it succeed to such a level that they're just dropping extra money more than they normally would. And it's caused the convention to have higher quality and a higher feel than a lot of the other ones. And it's just...
A lot of pony fans do have a fair amount of emotional investment in the fandom.
Yeah, but that convention, almost more than any others, I've just seen such a heavy...
I think the Midwest just has a very strong community.
But it's Ciderfest specifically, because like Winnie City is the same people and not that far away, but it's...
Everybody's good.
It's the venue, yeah, and that's why I'm hoping that new venue works out for Ciderfest. But
it seemed nice.
It did. I'm gonna miss the openness that the old one had, and it's nostalgic. There's just something about it.
That's the one reason the only reason I'm gonna miss BronyCon is for the nostalgia. I mean, that's where I met a lot of the people that I'm now very close friends with. Was BronyCon 2013? I want to say was when I first met you.
2013?
I think it was
2015. It was the week. It was when I premiered Remembrance. Because that was like probably the best BronyCon I was at. So many cool things going on. I love WWE, so in 2000. Yeah, I haven't really paid attention to wrestling in a long time.
The days of like Mankind and Undertaker.
Yeah, well, Mankind. I started right when Mankind was kind of. Oh yeah, no, it was Mankind because he was past Cactus Jack at that point. Yeah, the Rock and Sock Connection, the Hardy Boys.
What was it? Like Triple X or something?
The Degeneration X. Triple H.
Triple H.
Triple X doesn't sound like that sounds like a different kind of wrestling.
It was like I forget what they were called. They were like a group.
The only thing that I didn't like, Kane. Kane was awesome.
He was like the counterpoint to the Undertaker.
Yeah, but the Undertaker was doing the American Badass thing for a while.
Leather jacket, biker.
Yeah, the bike was kind of cool, but everything else wasn't good. When he went back to his normal Undertaker,
or it was just
that was cool.
Like, I am
WWX. Like, he gave him a clothesline. They're on the ground now. They're going. I don't even want to narrate that. It's getting weird. I wasted so many time with view targets when I kind of use just selected global. Oh yeah, don't use view target or like the view target factor. Like Rathalos, when I use that, he has bones for his eyes. He doesn't, so his are literal like spheres with the texture on it, so I have to rotate them. That is actually difficult. I thought about modifying it so that it worked the other way, but I have no idea what I'm doing, so I'm just going to leave it. It has some benefits of doing it that way, though. I actually have a really small dolphin that looks kind of like yours. I think it's called Pudge, and Midnight Premiere gave it to me at one of the conventions.
She's great.
And I've had that one since. If I want to bring a dolphin to a convention but not have to fit that giant monstrosity in a bag, I will usually bring Pudge instead. No, he can't.
Maybe. He's got dolphin hearing.
He's out of water. He can't hear me.
He's a land dolphin.
Yeah, he is a land dolphin.
Dolphin's great. We don't see much of him anymore, but he's there.
He's there, always listening, always watching.
Missing good times.
See, I think that actually kind of works. Because then it's like she's playing support.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
She got like the strongest power out of all of them.
I know, but she also can shoot things from a distance, so she's like the archer in the back line.
Yeah.
And then they put Applejack in the front because they're usually the first one to die.
Yes, Applejack.
She's
the superhero who doesn't have superpowers. He just has a magical lasso.
The mini plush you go see. I actually have a plush of my OC that Surya Dragon. I don't know if you saw the server here. Say hi, Surya, if you're still here. He actually commissioned one of my OC and had it made for me. I think that's upstairs right now. But that was super cool. Has all the colors, custom made, everything.
That is neat. I got my OC turned.
What's up with AJ tail? I don't know. But the tail is just her normal tail with a recolor in the center, and because of that, I can do that. I'll fix it later. I don't want to fix it now because I'd have to pull in two separate models to have them kind of merged, and I don't want to deal with that during this part. I'll deal with that later.
That's not fair.
Okay, Redstoner wants you to do an impression of Shell from Portal 2.
Okay, Shell from Portal 2.
Or Pinkie Pie on Helium. She doesn't just stand there staring at you. You have to be in first person. I have no idea. That wasn't even a voice impression.
Shell does this.
Well, because of that, you're gonna have to do the other one. So Pinkie Pie on Helium. Helium
passed out.
Helium is not weed.
No, she passed out. She was sucking it in.
I thought you were doing like a joint.
No, she was sucking up the helium from a balloon, and then she got lightheaded and died. She's dead now.
For what song that was playing, I actually really like that song too. That was this one. So Petrality, Wanderer. I love it because it feels like an 80s like B movie type, but really epic sounding. So yeah, that's the one right there.
Yeah, that was the point I was making. Shell's just mute.
I know, so he's telling you to shut up.
Not nice, Redstoner. Wow. So mean. These suits are cute on them. I'm not gonna lie.
I feel like I need to put her head. Yeah, I'll put her up a little higher.
Like, I think the fact that the ponies don't wear clothes most of the time makes it all the cuter when they do.
Pinky is my concern. Because how do you do Pinky? Because I could have her like doing the little like dance thing that she does, but I feel like then that would be distracting. No, like the leg thing.
Okay, she's super fast.
Yeah, because she did like the run in place thing with the like pumping the hooves, but I feel like that would be distracting. Like you would be looking at her the whole time.
I mean, that is what she does, though.
Now imagine Pinky with a joint. Yeah, this is Adam music. Yeah, if you look it up, the singer for this is Alexa Ray. It's like the Alexa from Amazon. But it's Alexa Ray, and her voice is absolutely fantastic. I love her voice.
Is it really the same person? I didn't know.
No.
The voice for Alexa.
No, I don't think that this is a mechanical. Unless it is. No, Alexa and all those like call out names are always weird names that normally people wouldn't be saying in a room. But like apparently she got the name. Make her go away and come back with something. Well, no, because what I want to do with this is I want to have it be a loop. It would probably be like
Have her back.
the idea is to have it be like
The Heroes one.
yeah. So no, not that one. It would be to be like this. So on this one, how I had where they were kind of standing but in an animated scene, that's what I'm going for. Here, though, there was a little bit of extra emotion that was added, like having having him kind of look over for a sec and then having her kind of look up at her. I couldn't have this one move because that means done in post in After Effects, so I couldn't really have her move. But I wanted to be like this, mainly an animated still that, and then I want to potentially use some other camera angles that are in there with a tilt shift look, or tilt shift look. Which what I mean by that is essentially just a depth of field that is immensely or way higher than it should be for its level of zoom. So like to me it would be like I'd have to actually turn this down a little bit for
Oh, hey Draft.
Hello, Draft.
This is somebody said my name and that's all it was.
He's blue.
I am blue. I'm in the blue light. It is where I belong. I am told. Show him Derpy.
Oh, yeah,
See what he does to me. See what he does, Draft.
She's fine.
For now.
But also, like, by tilt shift, it's something like...
No, you're not supposed to support him. Why you do this?
Oops. So something like this. The quality is low. Let me bump that up. Oh, no, I don't want lights on.
Yes.
Where you follow up the side or something like that, going by things that are a focus, but you have it with just an immensely high depth of field. This is probably not even high enough.
What is soon?
Well, like I can't even swap. Like,
weird. What's happening?
Extra. Oh wow! I'm just blown out. It's all blue.
Blue. So much blue.
You actually go on the back of that one. Look, there's two knobs. The one that's on the right, just push it in. I don't know what color it's going to be though.
I see two knobs. You want me to push it?
Push in the knob, yeah. Yeah. See, oh wow.
Is it only blue? Oh,
yes.
It says blue and white.
Look at that word. See, everybody's blue now.
This is
look at the blue. Wait, hold on.
This is the blue hour with the blue people.
We're all blue.
Wait, no. Hi, I'm blue. Blue.
That is exceptionally blue.
It's very blue.
Like when normally here it doesn't look this blue, but like we're in blue land. It like even my camera's like I don't even know who to focus on.
You're far bluer than I am. You have less. It's like
because I'm closer to the light.
Yes, I have depth.
Just when I thought I couldn't get more blue.
It's so blue.
So yeah, I'm gonna put this one back. I wonder if it. Oh come on. Oh, there we go. See, yeah, that's still too blue.
Well, that one's still blue.
Just chicken's blue. I know.
Like Two-Face. Yes. Hey, are you trying to steal me away? Is what you're trying to do, Drac?
Alright, you go hit that one again.
Yeah.
Make it so that it's not like exploding with blue.
Oh, blue. Why does it say RBG? Or shouldn't it turn red too?
Because you try it again. Okay. What you're doing is when you hit it, you're swapping to RGB mode, and then you turn it to change the hue.
Okay. And you just have it set to blue.
But these are really cheap ones, so they're not very good at trying to make accurate colors. But if you're doing a flat single color, it does good.
You say cheap, but 10 years ago, a light that was completely LEDs would have cost a small fortune.
These, I think, are these are just about 100 each. But you can get these, if you want a really good one, they're probably going to be 1,500. So, yes. If I wanted to get into 3D animation, should I start with SFM or Blender? I would say if you're doing animation, you can learn the principles a lot easier in SFM. You can jump into it more. Blender, you're not going to be able to make much for content.
I know what he wants me to leave this stream.
To go where?
To go play Red Alert with him.
Oh. You can do whatever you want. You might come back to Derpy being on fire, but... But no, I would say... yeah, because it's okay, because we got Michael number 0 here. Because we got Michael number 1 and Michael number 2. You're number 2. And then we got Alfredo. I don't hate freedom. Put Derpy committing suicide? No, because then she's gone forever.
No, I'll be good.
Focus on her first.
Just don't hurt the horse.
Is there a pose I can steal for her?
Could revive Derpy. I will join you. I will play you in a game in an hour from now if you're still up for it.
Well, this is bedtime. He's an adult now.
Well, yeah. I mean, I've been drinking whiskey for like the last 2 hours.
Sarah Brightman? Not that I know of. Sorry, you said earlier too, and I missed that.
I'm not allowed to leave. There are consequences. I'll ping you.
I'm trying to think if I have a pose for her, because I was thinking about doing it where she's just kind of doing her head low, like half, like small smile. Do to Derpy as you will. Yet you don't care. He does. No Derpy shall ever be harmed. Have I done... Actually, maybe.
What are you looking for?
Stealing poses. And I wanted to have kind of an embarrassed Fluttershy.
Oh, the pose you used in,
I think one of these might work.
Lip bite is super cute. I've never seen it frozen like that. That's adorable. Look at that face. You need to boot that face. Look at that face.
You know that every time you say that, I gotta destroy something.
You can't. It's a video.
I can't. Yeah, I know I can't. But
take it out, Derpy. No. It's like every time you're happy, I have to make you not happy. This is the deal. I live by the
what am I doing? Okay, yeah, so I need to I keep looking. I'm like, where's Fluttershy? And I forgot to keep. I name her Depression. This took a lot of time to export everything on here, but the nice thing about it is I can just go and steal stuff. But I did a lot more. Oh, I actually imported that wrong. That was why I should deselect that one. Okay, so that should be a little easier to find. Have her rage out. Picture is a signal in the sky, like a bad signal. Well, it's not gonna really matter because at least at this point you're not gonna see much. If I actually I could raise them all up, but technically that one building would be. If I raised them up high enough to where you could see something in the background, maybe. But it would. The only visible spot on the screen that would work is right here. And because of that, like I don't know, or right here, and I can't really use that because the building's in the way.
No, well, the building's dirty. She's fine.
So we need to go to about right around. Nope, that was her walking up to the door. It's her at the keyboard. Still at the keyboard. There we go. It's right here. These models have different named flexes, so the flexes that were originally named in the other one don't have an equivalent, so I can't really import. Maybe. I'm actually kind of curious on something here. Thanks for the follow, Enigma. Let's see here. I'm curious. I never even really thought about checking this. Okay, no, it doesn't work. I thought maybe this is a text file that isn't compressed, but it is it is a compressed or
very compressed.
Well, should be one line at the end here that isn't.
Oh, it would just be a dictionary line.
No, it's usually like some of these. I know some of these at the top are. It's more of Okay, so shoulder would be a word that would be in a normal list of bones. So what I was hoping for is if there was a part in there that was text, I could just replace it in that file, but it does not look like it. And I thought originally that, like, when you go to import animation, it'll have this. Like, let me find one that actually does import. It'll say what the matches are, source and destination, and it says channels. So I originally thought, well, maybe I can change the channel on these and remake it. Nope. I don't know what this screen means because as far as I can tell, I can't figure out what you would physically write into these things that works. So that's kind of frustrating because it would be great because I need to be like, oh, I want to import this flex into this thing, and nope. I want those MLP models you used, Argo. Which MLP models? These ones specifically? Or is it something else?
There's a lot of different models.
Yeah, this is multiple different packs. I can't even remember where they all came from.
I got a nice butt. No. Why?
She's just like, oh, my butt. So, Fluttershy, where's your butt? It's over here. It's over here.
No. Horse torture.
And then, doop, wait. One. No, if you do this, you can go whoop-a-doo, wah, but then if you come all the way back around, whoop.
Be fine.
I kind of wish that it was the other direction that she was kind of leaning, but I like saving time too. And I might be able to have her... Let's see if I can just have her look the other direction. Quick make, delete derpy and end her suffering. That's the recommendation.
She's fine.
You broke shy. No, she's fine. She's just... It's called yoga.
I mean, I would much prefer her taking her rightful position at the head of this group as the pirate derpy. What was it? I'm trying to remember the name we gave her.
Well, I gave her the name Bright something something.
It was Bright Buccaneer or something. It was something.
The Bright
Buccaneer?
Bub. You came up with the name.
I'm also like nearly finished with my second glass of whiskey, so you're asking me to remember.
Is it only whiskey?
It's just straight whiskey I'm drinking.
That was the Bright Bubbly Buccaneer.
Oh, that's what it was. The Bright Bubbly Buccaneer. The cutest of the superheroes.
Pinky.
That's a fight. It's those skin tight suits, man. They're very revealing. Somehow more so than when they walk around naked.
And then she's like...
A little too close. Just a little bit.
I think there's some invasion of personal space going on.
She's like, what? Still very much staring at her butt.
I think I'm gonna have to... Oh,
no.
She's still got local set. She's dancing.
I mean, you're missing the facial animations, so it's just the big thing.
Our girl messes with bones destroying a pony while isn't looking. What did I do now? Well, it's because if you have world selected, what world means is that all bones that are within the parent-child structure of what you have selected move evenly with the rotation that you're doing. But if it changes to local, then it takes that rotation and places that same rotation individually to every bone, separate from its parent-child structure. Meaning that if I rotate this, every bone along the way gets the same rotation, which in some ways starts multiplying. Because if the shoulder rotates 20 degrees, and then this part rotates 20 degrees, and this part rotates 20 degrees, each of that, by the end of it, you're getting 60 degrees of rotation at the end here. So that's why it starts, like, if I rotate this even just a little bit, her head goes fully around when I'm only like 1/4 the way through. But if I go all the way through, then all of them make a 360 degree rotation, and you're right back to where you started. But local rotation is very, very useful if, like, say I want to move the neck and the head and turn them both. Well, I don't want to do world because, for one, if I do from the head, the neck's going to be broken off. But it's going to be all based on that one spot rotating from. But if I do local, it will evenly move them all. It's great for tail, like especially like dragon tails, which have like 5 bones long. I can bend the whole thing nice and easily and smoothly by doing that local rotation.
Dragon tails.
When is the next raid? Well, last time it just worked out for that because they were streaming. But I don't know. I don't have many people I follow on here otherwise that I know well enough to just raid. I don't want to just do random people. I usually like doing people I know.
Yeah, they will try to steal me again. I don't know if they will.
Well, I think it'd be fun to try to do some kind of a stream with them at some point.
Oh, but, man, I know there was some talk of like doing a barbecue together.
But that was on the weekend.
Yeah.
That's not streaming.
No,
we're not going to stream a barbecue. We're going to just aim the camera at the oven and be like, here, 4 hours.
You can watch me eat ribs, guys. Doesn't that sound like fun?
Just zoomed in right in the mouth and just like drooling. That'd be some like ASMR like fetish crap. Like put the mic like right up to your mouth so you're just like
I want some mustard sauce. That's where the fetish really comes in. Barbecue sauce is like white bread. Not fetishy.
I was watching a thing where they were playing a game where it was they were doing a card thing, and they had a bunch of spoons, and if whoever got a matching pair on their hand would grab a spoon, and everybody else had to grab a spoon. Whoever didn't get a spoon had to go to a different set of spoons that had something on them they had to eat. And nobody knew what it was except for one person. And there was one that was mustard mixed with French vanilla creamer. And they're like, I can taste both and they don't go together. What was the other one? There was one, it was cinnamon with a hot dog. It was this, like the powder of cinnamon. So it was like the cinnamon challenge, but then with a hot dog in there.
I mean, a bit of cinnamon on a hot dog doesn't honestly
yeah, but you're just a hot dog fanatic, so.
Yeah. Hot dogs go with everything, man. Use hot dogs for anything. They're cheap.
Let's see if I move the eyes, it's still.
Derpy and Socks is pretty great. I don't know about your OC though. Just lots of derpies. What I really want is him just to take the Apple Dash video and just replace it with 2 derpies. This sounds like a good idea.
Take every video I've made and just put Derpy in every place.
Derpy, yes. Just
like Austreo. This like she just looks like the weird eyes bit. Just be like.
Just have Rainbow like the one where she's like learning the testing 1, 2, 3. Just have that to be Derpy. That'd be great. It'd be so easy too. It would take like a minute. Wouldn't that be funny? Wouldn't that be funny, Argo Damon? If you just,
Why do you have to say my name? That was like saying the middle name of somebody.
Yes.
Cinnamon hot dog, is it crime? Yeah, it was mustard, French vanilla, cinnamon hot dog. There was something with ketchup.
I'm trying to think what's a good thing.
Ketchup. No, there was honey and mayonnaise was one of them.
I could eat that on a sandwich, I think. The right sandwich.
No, but I'm trying to remember. There was one of them with ketchup, and it was
ketchup and anything dairy would work.
It was something chocolate looking. I think it was actually chocolate and ketchup.
Chocolate, yeah, that was.
Yeah, I think it was. It looked disgusting. It looked like poop. Big old puffy poop.
Well, it's just chocolate in general.
Looks like big old puffy poop. It's like sweet sushi or pineapple pizza. No, pineapple pizza.
Pineapple pizza is good.
No.
And sweet sushi can be good too. I don't know what this person's on about. Like you can have like a mild of sweet sushi.
But my big thing against pineapple on pizza is I just don't like cooked pineapple. And so if you take something you just don't like and you put it on something you do like, it's going to be something you don't like.
It's all about the sweet and the salty. That's all with pineapple. It's never just pineapple. It's pineapple and ham. You put the two together. It's a pineapple ham pizza.
I'm going to put her back to where she was. Yeah, see, the reason I'm kind of a little conflicted with her is...
I think you're missing the facial animation, so it doesn't look right.
Well, I want her looking, or want all of them looking at about the same place, which would be about here. For her to do that, I would need to have her look like that. Well, I guess I don't care if she's looking through Pinky. So it'd be like that. And that just doesn't really make sense.
Spicy pizza's good. I put hot sauce on my pizza all the time.
Yeah, we do too. If it's like a pizza that we just got frozen or something, we'll put hot sauce on it. Mm-hmm. Eat popcorn with honey? That just sounds like kettle corn.
Yeah, it does sound like kettle. It's all kettle corn and it's just sugar on it.
So I think I'm going to do what I was originally kind of going with here is I'm just going to churn her extra. No, because I don't want her looking like a rarity.
You ever used to get those like giant bins of popcorn? Like big tins, metal.
Oh yeah, like the ones that are like split in three for like the cheese and the caramel and then the regular.
Great.
Well, yeah, but all I ever ate was the cheese corn.
Yeah.
But if you mixed them all three, was good.
Yeah.
Because you can't just mix a premix. You have to do it separate.
That's one gift I don't think is ever completely disappointing. Like, it's not like...
Well, you can go cheap and probably have to kind of meh. Thanks for the follow, little heart. I like fry sauce and pizza. What fry sauce?
Fries. I don't know what fries is.
Have you ever had yum yum sauce?
You've mentioned it before, but I don't know that I've had it. If I've had it...
It's a good sauce. No, I've never had it here.
Okay, then I've never had it.
It's just you get it like Ichiban's and places. It's really good on rice.
I don't think I've ever been to an Ichiban's.
Have you ever had a what do they call that? It's like a 6 or 7 course Japanese meal.
The answer's probably no.
But it's where they just make everything in front of you. It's usually a little pricey.
Like, I ate it at Benihana's once.
Oh yeah, Benihana's, Ichiban's. They're the same thing.
Once, and I think I remember it vaguely. I don't get out much. You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking I should drink water.
Okay, I was gonna say if you're talking about drinking another one, I know how this is gonna go. I'm gonna go rest my eyes.
That would be me waking up with a hangover in the morning.
I'm going to go to Micro Center tomorrow if you want to go with.
Okay.
It's fun looking at all the tech. Really, if I'm trying to save time by doing this, and I feel like I could have probably just saved time by not. Ketchup and mayo mix is more of a thing. Oh no, I do that. I've done that before. I used to do a lot more when I worked at McDonald's. Ketchup and mayo together is really good. I'm not a huge ketchup fan though. A little bit more now than I was when I was younger. I'm more of a mustard person. But mustard and mayo, well, no, mustard and mayo work. But I would rather have something other than ketchup usually.
I liked ketchup a lot when I was a kid, but now I'm more mustard. I think taste changed. When you're young, you like sweet things, and as you get older, you like, I don't know if bitter's the right word, but you like more
savory and rich, the umami.
You go from enjoying sugar to enjoying stuff like onion and garlic more. Eating garlic and vinegar. You cook any kind of dish with onion and garlic, I'm all over it. It's like the best.
Tell them about your experience of just eating a garlic clove.
Oh, well, I just wanted to know whether or not I could still taste garlic, because I had more and more garlic in my food, and I didn't feel like I was tasting it. So I just ate a garlic clove, and I confirmed that yes, I can still taste garlic, and that was very garlic.
A little too much?
I don't know. I mean, I really like garlic. Like, I can eat a lot of garlic. Like, give me like a piece of chicken just absolutely smothered in like just garlic cloves. I can eat it the same way a lot of people eat like onion. Garlic bread is good.
Yes. Actually, I used to make my own garlic bread from scratch. I would get like the ball mozzarella and with some butter, garlic, and salt, pepper, and then the big hunks of the super soft ball mozzarella on some French bread, and then add a couple sprinkles of red pepper flakes, so you get a like kind of a kick on the garlic bread. It's really good.
I was kind of surprised how much garlic goes into making marinara sauce for pizza. It's quite a bit.
Yeah, I heard there's supposed to be a red moon or something coming up.
I think one of my loves of garlic
Select a ray again, I think. Yeah.
comes from a video game I played when I was a kid called Quest for Glory, Shadows of Darkness. And
Oh god, let's not go into that again.
just talk a lot about garlic, and it made me love garlic. That's all. That is the story.
Is there... This looks like something that shouldn't be sideways. But based on the bone, this is the straight? Is it normally off to the side?
What's that?
The bow.
I don't know. I haven't seen that episode enough. I mean, it's kind of cute off to the side. No, it's kind of in the middle. Isn't it? No, it's off the side.
It is off to the side. Well, maybe. It's fine if it is.
I think it just shifts on there depending. Oh, that's cute. It's the whole. Oh no.
Trying to see if I can reposition her to be more related to the direction I want it to go.
I'd be pretty happy. I lost another pound with the diet of not eating out this morning. If I get under like the 200 mark, I'm going to be so ecstatic.
Where is she looking? Not there. Yeah, she's not looking like... I feel like at this point.
Fluttershy?
Yeah.
She's kind of looking that.
She's supposed to be looking at this point.
I think it's kind of she's side eyeing. No, she's definitely not looking at that point. She's looking up. I don't think she's ever going to look at that point with her eyes in the position they're in. She's just looking up too much.
Yeah. Oh no, I'll move it. Sometimes it's like it's when you put it to the extremes, it hits its stopping point, and so it'll just mess with things a little bit.
Oh, apparently there was a stupid face request you missed.
Was there? There was. Red Stoner. Make some pony look at Derpy and then back at the camera.
Scared. That's a rather specific request. She doesn't look scared at all. She looks menacing.
You have fallen for my trap.
No, for Derby.
Now she's gonna enjoy the moment. She's gonna look back and she's gonna have her eyes like go over there. Okay, yep. And then she could be like, and then wah.
No, Derby's leg twitched.
See, you want to know why she's doing the leg twitch?
No bites. No bite. No. So menacing.
It's just...
No. Why must that horse suffer? Where did Fluttershy's head disappear? Oh, now it's on the snow. It's like some bad nightmare. So Derpy's gonna get to join the Power Ponies, right?
She is.
Why that's so easy.
She's joined them. Look, she is in the shot.
Yeah.
Wait. Yeah. Right there. She's in the shot.
No. Poor Derpy.
Oh.
Her hair is getting awful long.
So we're gonna get a cut.
I cut it myself.
Well, go shave it off. You can go bald.
No.
You don't have to worry about gray hair that way.
It's true.
I think you could rock it. You just got to get a leather jacket and a Harley.
You know, part of me always kind of wanted a motorcycle, and then part of me realized they were kind of impractical. Unless you live in a climate that's consistently warm. I would not want to drive a motorcycle in Minnesota's snowy weather that much, is for sure.
How's that? It's a little too much white in the eye, though.
I mean, oh, that's kind of cute. I like it.
Oh, no, I did cheek last time.
I mean, she's still staring at Pinky's butt.
No, she's not.
She's like side-eyeing her butt now. She's like, I'm not looking. I'm looking though.
Clipped it. Giving him new powers.
What are
Thank you.
What are Derpy's powers?
Derpy's powers?
Yeah, she needs powers. Come on, chat, help.
The power of photobomb.
Oh, he's the main character. He doesn't photobomb.
So, what is her power?
Oh. Converting reality. That's pretty cool. Good power.
I think she has the power of blocking light. Get out of the way, I can't see.
Standing in front of the TV.
She's got no clip. Or she's got no clip but has no control as to when it clips and doesn't. And that's why she's all stuck.
She gets stuck in things.
She's a pirate of atoms, are. What's your superpower? I quantum entangle. What does that mean? I don't know.
It hurts though.
Somebody smart told me that. Okay, so we can do kind of that for Fluttershy. No, Fluttershy's wings are open. She definitely wouldn't have her wings open. She never uses those things.
Well, she's excited. Like when she's staring
Okay.
at a butt. I mean, she is.
Stop being lewd.
I'm not being lewd, and Fluttershy's lewd.
You give her context that she doesn't have, and then you just blamed her for having the context that you gave her.
It's kind of like staring at. If I was staring like this at somebody's butt, and somebody's like, "Stop staring at her butt," you're like, "Don't give context to what isn't happening or is happening." Now, please move away.
Can you please turn back?
I'm busy not staring at this butt.
I have to watch you in public.
It's fine if she wants to stare at butt. It's perfectly normal. People do like butts. For phases.
It's butt vision.
No.
See the butt, you see another butt.
That's all that's
And
important.
that's a head.
They just put food in their mouths and it falls.
It's like Derpy. She's got the muffin hole. And we put muffins.
They put muffins in there.
But Fluttershy's got the muffin hole too.
Yep, it's true. No, not that hole. No, that's horrifying. You stop that. No, they will eat muffins like a normal horse.
She's fine. She's like,
She's way doing the pinky. I'm sorry, Fluttershy, but the show didn't ship you with Pinky. They shipped you with John Delancey.
she's normal.
It's fine.
It's like somebody just grabbed the smudge tool and was like, whoop. She's happy about it. Look at that. That's a smile.
That's a winning smile. Oh, Snoop is cute. No, broke it. Aww. No. Good night.
Good night. Do you know the muffin hole? Yeah, that's probably not a term I want to use too much.
Muffin hole.
That sounds.
That's your tail.
Oh, she doesn't, or most of the ponies don't have a position to know what to do with these bones with the tail.
So the tail.
So if you import them, they usually just break.
At least this version of Fluttershy's mane isn't as problematic. Your tail's the same.
I'm just gonna leave it like that for now. I will have to go and like recopy the animation from something else. See, the day after tomorrow's yesterday.
Not right.
That's today. Okay, so we did that one. Now we need to do rainbow.
Reading rainbow.
I know which one to grab.
Maybe we can just have them all staring at Pee-Wee's butt. Since it arranged them properly.
Oh, I don't have the video exported. I have to go grab it. Oops. Well, this is apparently not the finished version. This from earlier, so here it is. You're saying contrary to his name, KFC got his franchise start in Utah. He's from Kentucky.
Yeah, it started in Corbin, Kentucky. Like that was where the first KFC was. Like I don't know about Utah, but as far as I'm aware, it's Corbin, Kentucky. That's the first KFC was opened.
By the Colonel.
By the Colonel, who was pissed off after he sold the franchise because they changed his recipe. And tried to actually have his face removed from the restaurants, but they own the right to his face, so they won the legal battle.
It'd be funny if like he can't go in public because it's copyright infringement.
Yeah, essentially they own the picture of his face, so he tried to sue to have it taken off the restaurants because he didn't approve of what they were doing, and he lost. So that man's face is on his restaurants, even though he doesn't want it to be.
I'm pretty sure he's dead now.
Oh yeah. But I'm sure he went to the grave grumbling. He also, I think the original KFC was pressure cooked. It wasn't deep fried. So the chicken they serve now is completely different than his actual original recipe. It's not even the same. But we got a pressure cooker in there, and I kind of want to cook chicken in it this weekend.
Okay, I just ran out of this water.
I think I just swallowed.
But I plan ahead. Got a glass of water.
Me too.
It's if I'm trying to talk a bunch, last thing I gotta do is run out of water and then be like, oh, that's a word. I made it up.
Is there a KFC around here?
Not very close by that I know of.
KFC and Dairy Queen, I think, are the only places that serve like actual Southern country gravy around here.
That's probably so much preservatives and sugar. Did you hear about the one thing with Subway recently?
What?
In the Court of Ireland states that Subway can no longer define their bread as bread because it has so much sugar in it that it no longer can actually be defined as bread.
Really? I didn't know that.
And it's the reason for it is because I think it determines how things are taxed, because I think it has enough sugar to be considered a cake.
Makes sense.
Which is ridiculous because it's supposed to be the healthy option.
Well, no. Any fast food, no matter what they try to tout, is not the healthy option. I mean, bread in general isn't healthy. You should definitely limit how much. Oh, that's a much better pose. Before you just had her walk down there. That's cute. I like that.
Well, Lyra had probably the best power pose, so that's why I went with that.
Yeah, that's definitely a good pose for her.
This is the pose I was planning on. I just didn't want to put her in it until I was ready.
Mm-hmm. Much better than her just.
Well, she'll be moved. I have to.
Not block Fluttershy.
Yeah.
I feel like she should be above Fluttershy, not below her.
But if I do that, then it's going to be about putting her like.
There's some like middle ground where she's above Fluttershy.
It was the middle ground. It was literally the middle ground.
No, she was too low. She's high horse. She's flyer horse.
But she'd be like this, and she's just small then.
I still think it's better than having like just her head. Hydrate yourself or we are going to breathe your oxygen? I don't know how to feel about that sentence. I have to hydrate myself because I just drank a bunch of whiskey, and if I don't, I will wake up with a very wicked hangover tomorrow and be useless to everyone.
So I lowered them a little bit.
That's good. Maybe if he did get sick, it wouldn't really surprise me.
No, this is... We're going to do the better posts. There.
No, we've talked about this. She's not good enough to take.
We gotta put a better focus on it so that the people in the background have the right amount of attention. There we go.
He's just jealous because he knows that G5 is going to be all about Derpy. And he wants to be about Rainbow Dash. But he's already got that book. I'm reading that book right now. That is cute. The tongue. Oh, that's less cute. That's evil. You took cute and you made it weird. No. Oh, that's horrifying.
She's like, I love this lightning bolt.
It's like, Rainbow Dash, what did we tell you about licking the lightning bolt?
It's like some kind of drug.
Yes.
She's just over there in the back, just injecting lightning bolts.
Yes.
Oh.
Rainbow Dash, no.
What are you guys talking about?
Do not know.
I still like the idea of having her fill this because I don't like this blue on blue.
I don't know. I just don't like her being like so low. That's even better. Just having her right behind Twilight and Rarity.
But it feels like everything's being jammed into a small area. I'm trying to space things out.
Yeah.
Well, actually, let me fix the one thing that I should have fixed from the beginning. Here. There.
I see Derpy a little better, so I'm okay with that. There she is. Aww. AJ, get out of the way. You know when Derpy's in an episode, you don't get any attention. It's the rules.
Yeah, because the other option is to put Rainbow here and then just raise them up much higher so that I can get her up higher. But I feel like this is probably going to work better.
Mm-hmm. I like that better than her being way low.
But then Rainbow's like the smallest one.
Yeah, but she's not at least buried under the others.
But she's important and she needs to be big.
Well, then
she needs to be. Wait, I know. Oh, I can fix this.
You could always have just Twilight flying and have Rainbow. The Rainbow's always flying. That's kind of her thing.
Fixed.
This is the Rainbow team.
They're like, we're gonna save everybody. Hi, guys.
Is that what they're gonna call themselves now? Is Rainbow Six?
Do you want me to turn off your blue light?
I die without the blue light.
You look like in the background, like those things where they have people trying to hide their identities. We'll just do a voice filter on you.
Yes. It's like, we don't know if this is a rich mic.
And I'll put a little subtitle that just says, "A brony wishes to have identity hidden."
I mean, for good reason. It's a brony. Who wants to be known as a brony? Where's Rainbow going now? Oh.
Your eyes.
Get a serious face.
I think it grabbed, yeah, some of the flexes from the other one. Her jaw must be open a little bit too.
You guys are having the weirdest conversation. I'm lost.
I know. I don't know what they're talking about.
I want to talk more about this rainbow horse and her adorable snoot. That required troops. Is there any chance at all that you could give them old juice boxes?
No, I made an entire picture, and now it's downloadable on DeviantArt.
Well, now that I know you have the juice box model, so
I've had that juice box model forever.
Well, there's no excuse. There's no excuse to not give them old juice. They are dehydrated. They need to save the world, and they need their juice.
Michael,
Yes.
download your own damn juice boxes. I mean, you got your picture.
I'm just gonna wait till you release this, and then I'm just gonna like Photoshop the picture.
It's gonna be video.
Well, I'm done. I can't. There's just not enough time. I'm just gonna take a still shot. And
What are you making words?
Show shot.
Go get another
Still
drink.
shot. No.
Apparently, you're slurring words too much. You need another drink to balance it
I
back
don't have
out.
any juice. What am I supposed to drink?
Oh, there's soda in there. That's kind of like juice.
No, I drank all
Sweet and sour.
the sweet and sour mix.
Yeah,
Drink that.
it's came from lemons.
Yes. I don't know. I think Chad would agree they don't need the juice if they weren't like ranting about something weird. I think they're role playing.
I don't know what they're doing. You know, just let them do their thing.
Just
It's just those two. Nobody else can talk because they're filling the chat. Oh, there's Nose Wrinkle.
yes, nose wrinkles.
Just a little bit up.
They're cute. So you get the cute ghosts. Oh,
Was there any
nice
animation?
bounce for the horse? The apple horse, he bouncy.
She's like, I love it. It kind of like goes from like I'm gonna be super cool. Oh, gotta poop.
when it sneaks up on you,
Here it comes. Oh,
like, oh, I just ruined this suit.
oh, oh.
Oh, get Pepto.
Oh.
See, Redstoner agrees. They need juice.
I mean, if you really,
I don't think Rainbow needs juice. I think she needs fiber in her diet.
if you guys want juice, I could do juice.
Let's get juice. Hey, juice. It's hard to give them socks because some of them are technically already wearing socks. It's part of the suits. Juice. No, it's a big juice. It's still kind of cute. That's a cute juice. Yes. Give them that juice. A little less traditional, but it is a serviceable juice. What are you doing? What is that?
Things are still loading.
Are you getting pills?
All right, Argo, would you visit Florida sometime? I have been to Florida once, and that was like 12 years ago. I haven't been there since. I don't have any
No plans to go.
any desire to. I have no reason to right now. I have a couple places I want to visit, but as of right now, like for one, you can't. And
I've already been to SeaWorld, Universal Studios, and Disney World on multiple occasions. I have little desire to ever go back to Florida. I think the only reason I used to go down there a lot was my grandparents used to live there, but they do not anymore, so they moved back to Kentucky. Where they are doing well. Which is good because they're old. So you never know.
okay, there. She's got her juice.
Look at this. Oh no. Rainbow. This is how she shoots lightning. She has these performance enhancing drugs.
Where is the one for that? Let's see if that'll save me some trouble. Yeah, there you go. There we go.
The big pills.
All the pills.
Those are like the pills that Dr. Mario used to cure his patients.
See,
The giant
she's
throw 'em.
she's like Bane.
Just stars. She gets her superpowers. Just imagining that's like they're just regular painkillers. Like just pop. She was like, "I'm invincible now." It's like you are not. Oh,
She's Halloween costume. She's going as painkillers because it's 2020 and we need them.
Yes, I'm what you need the most.
Would you visit if I cooked for you? Well, no. Like the only places I have right now is I want to go to DC because there's just a lot of stuff I want to see there, and I want to go to New York City at some point. I had an opportunity before, but I couldn't because of Cider Fest was the same weekend I was in New York.
What do you want to see in New York?
Just New York City, just in general.
Like if I went to DC, I'd want to see the Smithsonian. I think.
Well, I want to see all the museums and see some of the monuments and stuff there.
I don't know what I really want to see in New York. Maybe just.
No, New York City has a ton of stuff. Just walking around to see. And we are planning to go to Utah again with my family at some point. No, I think we actually changed that. We're just going to be Utah, but I think we're going to be doing Glacial National Park instead. But and then I have tons of conventions I'll be going to. Next year I'll have a lot of vacation built up. So
I miss conventions. I was kind of like mad about them for this year, and then I didn't get to go to any, and now I'm sad. So I guess that's just how it works. It's like, if we go to conventions, if you don't go to conventions, it's whatever. And then I didn't get to go to any. I'm like, I don't want to go.
yeah, because the one you were going to be able to go to had a horrible timing, and
yeah,
you can go to Cider Fest this year.
Oh yeah, because they changed the date. I am looking forward to seeing my family over the holidays, though. So there's some travel I'm going to be doing.
Okay, we're not going to have time to do Pinky.
Roll Pinky. I mean, Fluttershy might have time.
I mean, if you want, I can.
Roll.
No, the better roll.
The torture horse roll. Oof. That's all you need her to do. She's super fast. She's Sonic the Hedgehog. She rolled. Like do 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 do.
It's, you know what? I'm hearing the Contra music.
Yeah.
Remember Contra? Every time you jumped, you do like 100 flips.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, totally. That game was impossible without cheating.
That's why they're the Contra code.
Yep.
Or Konami code, but it's from...
Code, yeah. I mean, they legit made that game impossible. I've never seen anybody beat that game legit.
Michael.
No.
Michael.
You fix that horse. Her tongue is piercing your
Michael.
chin. What?
Hi, Michael.
You need juice. I feel better.
I'm Pink Horse.
You are Pink Horse.
I like cotton candy
That's good.
and not hurting everywhere.
Stop.
Help me, Michael.
Control Z the horse. Who fixes
Michael.
You bet. One of his buttons. I'm gonna steal the keyboard. Let me fix the horse.
This is an interesting, confused
I'm gonna
face.
cry. You won't let me fix the horse, guys.
Michael, have any mayonnaise?
Mayonnaise.
Want mayonnaise?
You don't need mayonnaise.
For my pain.
Mayonnaise for my pain.
It's the only thing that helps.
I need to put that like in an inspirational quote. Mayonnaise for my pain.
I need it for the bones.
It's good.
She looks like a chicken.
Walk, walk.
It's like, "Burp, burp, 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 burp,
Of course, you poor ponies. All they want to do is be adorable, and you just rip them apart.
This is that awkward smile you give somebody that just did something that's horribly illegal, but you don't want to look like you're involved at all. Like ha ha ha.
Yeah, I'm gonna go pick up sodas, guys.
You want to go to the bank for a withdrawal? And you walk in there with them, and they like pull a gun. You're like, uh-oh.
Oh, yeah,
Uh-oh.
I'm not with them.
Like, yeah.
But then you remember that they're your ride home, so you gotta go.
Yeah. I'm gonna get an Uber. Can I borrow $10?
Hey man, I've never used an Uber. Not gonna start now. I'm gonna go with the bank robbery.
Yeah, you have.
Have I?
How did we get to the Baltimore airport in the morning?
Right. I didn't. Well,
You didn't set it up. I
didn't
did.
set it up. I've never set up an Uber. I hitchhiked through Italy.
That was
before I
actually
took an Uber.
that was the only time I have ever actually set one up myself either.
Like legit. I could have just taken an Uber when I was in Italy, but what did I do? I just put my thumb out and hitchhiked through Italy. I didn't even speak the language. I don't
You
speak
did,
the
yeah. You could have been like picked up and abducted, but you saved money, so that's important.
The thing is, if I was abducted, what would they have done to me? Would it have been fun? So you never know.
Yeah, she's probably fine. All right, so we just need to do Pinky then next time. I think posing like for something like this is usually the hardest part. Animating is not so difficult. I think the hardest part about this is going to be wind effects, because
I'm imagining the Taken film where I'm essentially just prostituted out, or just like rich men.
okay, good. This is only
Oh no, it's the end of the stream. What are you doing? Pinkie Pie smiles.
Oh, I can't, good.
But do it in a heavy metal voice.
he was waiting for this moment.
He's waiting for the very end of the stream to do this to me. Smile, smile, smile. Fill my heart up with sunshine, sunshine. All I really need is a smile, smile, smile with these happy friends of mine.
Get some weird reverb in your own voice. Like, I'm a happy guy. Evil.
Evil.
Pinkie Pie.
Smile, smile, smile.
Let's see what
Smile.
let's see what Pinky thought of this. There.
She's just like, no. horrifying. That's the worst thing anybody could ever have done to the Smile song. Just like, no.
Never do that again.
I agree. Small pink horse.
I hate you.
Oh, now I'm saying.
In a good way.
Oh, okay. Not sure what that means, but I'll take it. No.
Okay. Well, we'll fix her. Well, it doesn't really matter, but all right. But we will do more of that next time. So and then figure out what pose to put for her. So, anyways, Peppy Jam. Did he say Baltimore? I'm so afraid of the day that I say something like that. Oh, the one actually that I'm really bad about is when I speak about Fallout, I tend to say stable tech more than vault tech because I've been more saturated in stable, which is weird then because that's I was talking to somebody that did nothing with ponies and I used the term pit buck. No, it was my old roommate.
Yeah.
And I used pit buck. And if I can't remember right, but I believe that nobody paid and noticed, and I was glad because they were the people that would give you shit for something like that. So I'm glad that worked out.
I've done that before. Said pit buck instead of pit boy. Just because I do hear that more. Because they never say pit boy in the game very much.
No. Well, I think they do early on, kind of like the tutorial type things.
Yeah.
But besides that,
not really. They don't bring it up much. They're like, oh, random occasions. So, oh, you have a lot of people just call it a risk computer.
This is something that I've been meaning to sometime do on stream was I do have this presentation that I give on the 12 principles of animation and a couple different tips and tricks for doing animation. And I've been meaning to actually do that at some point, but it takes like about 40 minutes to go through. But it's for helping people learn animation, the very, very basics of animation in terms of how 3D is done, and then just different tips from my side. Except for I made this in a PowerPoint, and then when I went to the conventions, I never had an ability to play PowerPoints. So instead I had to do it as a PDF, and the PDF didn't work with the video bits. So it would skip a lot. But like I've said before, when things go wrong at a panel, it tends to be when it's funniest, and things definitely went wrong with it, and it was funny. So
definitely seen the presentation more than a few times.
Yeah, well, I've only done that one.
You've done it quite a few times.
2 or 3. I did it at Ciderfest one year. I think I did it at Winnie City one year, and then I did it at. Did I do it at BronyCon?
Can't remember which con you did it.
I think it was accepted at BronyCon.
Well, they.
Because I think was it the last year? I think it was because I believe the SFM panel was denied, but 3D Animation 101 was accepted.
Which is odd.
It was weird, but thankfully Minty had an animation panel that we were on. It was an hour and a half long, and so he gave us the last half hour to do SFM stuff, which is really, really cool of him, because Yasho put together an actual trophy award for Genma, who does a lot of background work for the community, like the official SFM Pony Award, first ever, and I've never heard of one since, so who knows. But
first and only.
Yeah, well, I don't know, that was last year. It was just over a year ago. So
yeah, but the world fell apart after that.
Yeah, I know, the world doesn't exist anymore. Anything outside these windows is scary.
It is.
You go out all the time.
Yes, and it's scary.
Except for you go into a car in a garage and to stay in the car until you get to your destination. Yeah. You probably drive through the front door and just like roll out, and while your car goes down the hill.
I mean, if I do go anywhere other than work, it's in a mask, so it's the way it is.
Because we're still talking about that stuff, but anyways, gotta bust out the giant post-it note papers in this issue. Yeah. So I will be streaming again on Tuesday. I'm working to get all the stuff set up so that I can offload streaming from the PC that I'm using to something else, so that I can stream other games more effectively, and stuff. So hopefully by Tuesday I might have it set up, but if I don't, the plan right now is for Wednesday to do the Monster Hunter stream again, or at least attempt it again. I need to look up some more stuff about the NVIDIA encoder first, but because if the PC parts don't come, that's the only option. So, but it should be here Monday. Case and power supply, everything else I'm buying tomorrow. But that's just for Wednesday. I do want to do more game streams, but if I do a game stream, it's usually taking up most of one evening, and that's taking away 1/5 of the free nights that I have to work on stuff, because I stream in the other two. So because of that, I don't know. Or maybe pick a Saturday or Sunday to do something for a couple hours, like on a more consistent basis. I don't know. I'll figure out more of that later. But anyways, for now, bye, I guess. Wait, man. What are you talking to me, man? I'll give you a minute.
I'm already doing my goodbye wave.
It's a goodbye time. It's sacred. Oh, okay. I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway. That's much better. No. Okay. Well, thanks, Waffles. I appreciate it. Yeah, we'll be back at least streaming SFM more stuff on Tuesday. Otherwise, yes, have a good weekend and all that. Reminder, we do have a Discord, and when we had the stream go bad yesterday, we actually went on to the stream chat in there and streamed Monster Hunter for like 2-something hours on there instead. And I do try to pop up in there weekly to work on SFF stuff or play games on Discord. So if you are wanting to see other additional stream type stuff, you can always do that. So otherwise, yeah, have a good whatever, and then have a kitty.
Meow. Meow. Meow meow. Meow 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 meow. Meow meow meow. I require kitty. Where's my kitty? No. I refuse. This cannot end this way. We must have kitty.
Do an impression of Kitty.
Meow. Meow. Oh, it was like... Kitty.
Can somebody clip that?
Like...
Just the part where he's just meowing in that. That's it.
Meow. 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 It's like when you're on TV and they're like, somebody's doing something wrong, you're like, quick, cut to camera 2, cut to camera 2. Alright, see you guys later.